4, 3, 2, and we are live here at In Your Head Wrestling Radio. I am the internet icon, the pride of the Pilgrims, handsome Jackie Jones, off my right-hand man, my audio soulmate, and the enforcer of the Headyverse.
Jack, I am the boss baby, the man who tells you what to do, the goat, the power goat of In Your Head. 1-inch biceps, power goat. Ah! Except I'm not feeling so powerful tonight.
What the hell? Total lies.
Total lies. So I am doing one of your tricks. I got an energy drink here. Red Bull.
Got wings.
It tastes like potpourri. How I imagine potpourri would taste. And it's not exactly my favorite drink, but I am going to attempt to bring it tonight with the Red Bull.
Cool, because tonight, Incher, we're going to go over AEW Double Nothing pay-per-view that just happened this Sunday. We're going to have the Raw report. We're going to take calls from the Headyverse. We're going to do questions from the Headyverse. And there's a huge announcement tonight that Scoops McGee reported about earlier today. Dave was talking about it. It has everyone in the podcast land. They're like, what is this big announcement from In Your Head? Well, you're going to have to find out. You're going to have to wait because we're not doing it to kick off the show. It's going to be part of the show later on tonight. Boom. Scuttlebutt all over the place about what this could be. Some are saying, did they buy another podcast? Are they launching a streaming network? Is there a new host? Is there a new member of the Headyverse? What's happening? But you'll have to wait. Even Intra doesn't know yet.
I don't know either.
Nope, I got the text earlier from Hank McGee, and as far as I know, I'm the only one, me and Hank.
So you're all the only ones in the know on this matter.
Yeah, it was direct to me right from Hank McGee.
If anybody has an issue with this, I was not in the creative meetings or whatever it was.
I wasn't either. Just told this is happening.
You're just told.
Yeah. So it's huge, Joe. So we'll talk about that later. But first of all, Inchman, something I was pumped about, and in my opinion, delivered in spades, and that was AEW Double Nothing pay-per-view. This was a hell of a show.
Oh yes, especially the main event. I really enjoyed the main event. Everything else was pretty good. There was one thing that I was a little not so keen on, but
really?
We'll talk about that.
I think really any negative. I mean, there's matches I didn't think were as good as others, but there wasn't really anything I thought, man, this blows.
Do you want me just to say it?
Go ahead, but I'm kind of shocked.
The Jericho one,
really, dude, I love
too
that.
Much chaos.
Oh, I loved it. That was one of my favorite matches of the show.
I don't think that they were doing a bad thing because they were doing good stuff, but I think it was like the director and the camera angles that they were using.
And I really disagree. I also thought it was perfectly placed on the show because it was so long and the crowd was starting to get dead, and that one really pumped life back into the crowd because it was totally different from everything else on the show.
I did like Jericho going over and turning the music off, because when they were playing that Wild Thing tune, I thought this isn't really even that great of an edition of Wild Thing.
I love that. That whole thing was great to me. That was like a throwback to New Jack. The crowd was going crazy for it. And then it made me laugh that Jericho goes and then everyone started booing Jericho.
I thought that part was good. But I think all the wrestlers were doing good. I just think it was poorly directed because
I don't agree because it was called Chaos. It was supposed to be Chaos.
But I didn't even see the one dude, Marcel, or what's that guy's name with the big head? He got covered. You
saw him, he's getting beat up a lot. You saw that when they were because then
did it in the recap.
Excalibur said it was like the Tupelo. It was like Miss Memphis Tupelo
Maybe I missed it, but I thought I only seen it in the recaps. But
No, they showed that.
Yeah, and JR did kind of bury the one guy. Garcia was looking out at the crowd, and JR made a comment like, he's looking out at the crowd. He just needs to realize they don't give a shit.
Yeah, but he's kind of does that for everything though.
And I didn't like them showing portions of the arena being sectioned off. I wish they wouldn't.
Well, that wasn't sectioned off. That's where the hard camera is. That's in every arena.
They always just never have anybody behind it, so they can't jump up and.
Yeah, okay, that's anytime you're a live show.
Okay, I can understand that. Okay, I was wrong on that one then. But I just thought it was just not.
I thought it was actually one of the highlights of the show.
I wasn't big on it.
Even your boy Dave Meltzer, he gave it like 20 stars, I think.
Why's Dave Meltzer my boy now? I always liked Dave Meltzer, right? But
yeah, I'm really, shocked, though. That was I actually thought it was one of the highlights of the show.
If truth be told, I believe you were the one who kind of turned me on to Dave Meltzer, and boy, did I get turned on.
Who wouldn't be turned on by Davey Boy Meltzer?
But you were the one who kind of put him over as like he is the if you watch when the Observer comes out, and all the other sites kind of follow suit with the same
especially back then, even still now, really, but back then.
I'm going to say this though. I do have a theory about old Dave. I don't think he's releasing everything that he knows about AEW because he's friends with the company. We still don't know a whole lot of details about Cody Rhodes. I bet he has information that he's not releasing. We don't have all the information about the MJF situation that took place before the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
I bet there's information Dave Meltzer is not releasing. And I'm just going to say that's a little crappy. You gotta know who's better.
It isn't it. Yeah, I agree. He probably does, but at the same time, I don't know if they would tell him stuff if he just started reporting it all. They probably wouldn't even talk to him.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's definitely a part of it, but he normally finds it out no matter what. I mean, he has a version of the story and from things in the past, like. He normally gets a version that's pretty close to being accurate with. I mean, most of his stuff is pretty dead on, but I know there's some things that he's been a little off on. The wrestlers have issues.
The thing is, a lot of actually a lot of wrestlers respect him. I know there's a few that are vocal about it, like Bischoff but for the most part, like a lot of the guys really actually respect Meltzer and put him over. But the thing is, though, that I think is that he gets a bad rap about is that the websites will report stuff that he doesn't. They'll say Dave Meltzer reports this, and he's not reporting it. He's like he's like us just talking about it. He's like the sites like kind of take the position of Al Lul at times. Where they're like, we might be on the show like, hey, maybe this will happen, or maybe this is why this happened, and he'll do that on his podcast. And then people report, well, Dave Meltzer reported that this is why this, and and if you actually listen, this is how I find out, because, I listen to a lot of stuff, not as much anymore, but when I would listen a lot, you hear him talk about like, well, I don't know, but maybe this is why, or they could do this or whatever. And then sites will just take little bits of that and report that this is some kind of news that he reported when it is.
Yeah. When he's just trying to have a conversation with Bryan Alvarez, which I do understand that people take things that you say out of context and try to twist it into something. That's basically the news nowadays. A lot of things are taken out of context. And even like I was listening to Howard Stern, and he had an interview with Ben Affleck, and he was talking about, he was drinking because he felt he was trapped in his marriage with Jennifer Gardner and all this stuff, and they just basically twisted into like he's just an asshole, and he was just talking from the heart, saying what was up with him. But
it's a clickbait. It's a big part of it. You'll just read a headline or something, and I've been guilty of this also, but after a while you got to learn to like, well, I can't just take this at face value. You got to go read what the actual, but it is bad.
You really do.
Comedy, people will take like a joke someone said and just report, oh, this guy, say, obviously any joke you say isn't just like a statement from your thoughts. It's,
it's not coming from your heart and your soul.
right. It's not like you're standing in front of a group of people. Well, you might be standing in front of, but you're not like, like giving some big speech, like, the orange knocked at the door or something.
But
yeah, that's a problem, not just in wrestling. But yeah,
would you like to get into the MJF stuff before we actually go into the pay-per-view?
Yeah, I was really worried he wasn't going to be there, and I do. Okay, there's a few things. So, well, first of all, if people don't know, he no-showed the meet and greet.
Yeah,
which is that to me that's bad. Even if you have a problem with the company, that's just. People pay to be there at the meet greet, and not showing is just really bad to your fans. And I know he's a guy, and I've had kind of an argument on our Facebook about this, the Facebook group. People like, well, that's just his character, and I'm like, it's not the character is he would go and act like a heel, but that's a lot different than no showing an event where people pay and you just don't actually show up. That's not the same as going and messing around with people.
Yeah, it's very different. It doesn't make the company look good when they can't deliver what they promised. And I think that he knew that, and, possibly, no showing the fan fest thing was basically like, hey, you guys need to talk to me because I'm upset.
Yeah.
Basically what he was saying. And, then everybody thought he was going to no-show the actual event.
Yeah, and there was a report that like he bought a ticket to fly out of Vegas the night before, but he didn't get on and all this stuff. But it didn't happen. But I felt if he was going to be there, I also felt bad for Wardlow because this was his big moment, which it ended up being a great moment. But it would have sucked for him, to build this up and then not deliver. Now, if he's still under the same deal that when he signed when the company started, I don't blame him for wanting a better deal because he's proven himself and he's very valuable to the company. He's probably the best heel in all of wrestling. He's got to be up there. You maybe Roman Reigns, but he's up there in the top 3 or 4 heels for sure. So I understand.
For sure.
I feel like, for me personally, I have no idea what their deal is, but if I was like Tony Khan or whatever, I could see like, well, you know what? You have proven yourself. I know you've got this contract at 2024, but let's give this guy some bonuses because he's really doing well.
I did hear a report that's one of the main things that he's upset about is basically new hires are, like I could see him being upset if like Swerve Scott's making more than what he is.
When people bring up Punk, that to me, someone shouldn't worry about that because obviously you're going to sign someone like that to a huge deal. He's been away from wrestling for 7 years. Arguably, that one of him and Daniel Bryan, the two of the top guys in wrestling for the last 20 years. That's a different thing. But someone like you say, Swerve.
It's not Swerve Scott anymore. It's Swerve
Strickland.
That's it. And I could see him having like an issue with like, a guy being hired in at more money than he's making currently.
To me, regardless even of what other people make, not the idea of you should be making more from after you proved yourself over these years, you should get a better deal anyway.
And I definitely think he's up there with Punk. I mean, as far as star power goes, I would say MJF is one of the AEW's top stars.
I wouldn't put him up with Punk because he doesn't have the I as value to the company, especially going forward for the long run, but not as star power right now, just because he's not as well known. But definitely right under those guys, I would say.
Whenever I bring up AEW with people, normally MJF is one of the names they always bring up about how do you feel about this guy, and because everybody's seen him in AEW and they really like him. But see, this is a whole different thing than Cody though. I think we both look at this differently.
Oh yeah, because he didn't start the company or trash.
Yeah, So it's like our views will be definitely a lot different on.
Oh yeah.
So I do think it is very possible he could leave. I mean, I think.
I personally think they've probably worked something out now. And either way, whatever happens, I kind of think we'll probably see him back on TV, and they'll incorporate this in the story, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think this did not start out as a story or a work or anything like that.
And I have to admit, Jack, when he started the pay-per-view match and he was doing his entrance and he started doing the plane, I didn't think he was sticking it to the fans, showing them how wrong they were. I thought he's doing the Jackie Jones down the hallway.
Hell yeah. So I'm mixed feelings in this. I always stand by the worker. That the workers. I think they should get what's due to them. I don't think
he has proven
when the meet and greet is good, but he showed up for the main shows.
I think they did the negotiation before the main show.
Probably.
He may be getting more money at this point, which is good because
I think he should.
I do think he is one of your top talents, and you need to make sure that he's happy so he sticks with you.
And honestly, I think he would deserve it because he wasn't a known guy when the company started. He was known to people, but nothing like he is now. And so I assume he was getting paid more than he ever did before, but still not huge. And now he's one of your top guys. You should hey, let's give this guy a bonus.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll be glad to see him come back. I was a little I gotta watch Monday Night Raw just in case. Well, I guess it was an Ultimate Warrior deal where he did his match and he came back, and Tony Khan was like, "You're fired." Maybe
I don't know. Boy, he can go crazy. He was crazy on that thing. That make me laugh though. I like how passionate he is about the thing, but it is very funny.
Yeah, well, it was so I just didn't expect him to have that response.
And Punk's, if people don't know what we're talking about, it was like the media scrum after the pay-per-view, and somebody brought up the
where the hell does word scrum come from?
I don't know. Someone brought up.
I'm annoyed at this. I like it being called a press conference. Don't call it a fucking scrum. Not you, but I've seen the articles. It's all over. I'm like, where the hell did this word come from? So I'm pissed off at that word. Anyhow, I apologize. Please go ahead.
So they brought up the Eric Bischoff thing, which I agree with them. I think it's just stupid. Eric Bischoff saying that that Punk is the biggest waste of money bust ever in wrestling. It's come on, dude. It's really just it's not. To me, it's not even something you could argue. It's just kind of stupid. And so Tony really went off. He went on and on about it. Reading it, it came off okay, but watching, I was like, whoa, he's a little. And it was funny though, because Punk is kind of laughing, yeah, let's just get over this. It's not that big of a deal.
He seemed very stuck on it.
Yeah, but it is silly. I mean, when he came in, it was the biggest rampage ever. The pay-per-views have been bigger than ever. The gates. I mean, when he, the shows, the merchandise, it's just kind of a ridiculous statement.
I did hear that they asked him earlier in the press conference that they asked him about the MJF situation, and he refused to talk about that.
Right.
And then it went into I don't know. I didn't see the whole thing, but I did.
Yeah, I didn't either. I just watched a couple clips.
Being asked about Eric Bischoff's comments about CM Punk and being financial failure and all that.
Yeah, you're better off really just not don't show the trolls that it gets to, because they'll just kneel.
You think Eric Bischoff is going to be all jumping on it now?
Oh yeah.
But there wasn't Conrad disagreeing with him on that one.
I don't know. I actually never heard the actual clip. I always liked Bischoff when we had him on the show and stuff, but I don't really like the podcast. I'm not really a big fan of. I hate to say it, people say you're jealous, or I'm not really a big fan of Conrad.
Yeah.
I just don't personally enjoy listening to him. Not I think he's a bad guy or anything like that.
I think whenever I'm painting one of my arcade cabinets and I just put down that coat of paint, that's more amusing than Conrad.
Yes, I just don't. And I really get sick. I like to listen. I'll listen to clips of stuff on YouTube all the time, even stuff that I don't agree with, like a lot of the Cornette stuff. But it's hard to do that with the Conrad stuff because you get all those ads for. So if you set a bunch of, you make like a playlist of things just to play while I'm doing like graphics. And then if I have any of those, then you got to hear those ads so often for his mortgage, before and after everything.
really?
And it's like, God damn, dude. So I can't listen to that.
Was he the brainchild behind the Ric Flair financial
I believe
company?
I don't know about that, but I think he is behind I think he has something to do with the match.
Rematch,
I'm not sure though.
The match coming up.
Yeah.
So who is he wrestling? Ric Flair?
I also don't think they have very good chemistry. Bischoff and Conrad.
Yeah.
Where I do think Conrad, even like I said, I don't really, but he does have good chemistry with Bruce Pritchard. I don't listen to that either, but whenever I've listened to clips,
do they even do that anymore? Because
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they do, but I could be wrong.
So it does make wrestling interesting though to see what will happen.
Yes, most definitely. Because
and if you're handed this stuff, even if it's if it's a bad thing to begin with, if you run with it, use it as part of the storyline. It's going to get more heel heat, especially in a company like AEW, especially modern day, because all the fans, especially AEW, I don't even just say especially AEW. I mean, even WWE fans, wrestling fans, they know more today about the internet than ever. So
yeah.
People knowing what's going on there, you can really use that as to get some heel heat and do some angles with it.
The William Morey heel heat,
exactly. Mm-hmm. So it'll be interesting.
Well, yeah, I hope to see MJF back on AEW television because honestly, I think if he would go to WWE, it would be a profitable situation for him. But would it be like good for him character wise?
I don't think so. I think it'll be profitable for him in AEW anyway. People get paid a lot there too.
If you look at Max Dupree, I think he's one of the greatest talkers in the business right now. And if you look at what WWE, they are using him recently, but it's taken him quite a while to get around.
Yeah, it's years.
It's not like he's not been seasoned as far as promos go.
In a perfect world, if you get your hands on someone like MJF, you could shoot him right to the top. Honestly, you could put him right. You could main event the guy and have him, but would they do that? The track record with WWE is not very good. That's what would happen. So
no, yeah,
it's possible.
They could. They are doing their best to prove us wrong about Cody.
Yeah, I haven't watched a TV except for the first one, but
they are kind of going around in circles with this whole Seth Rollins feud. It's like, okay, they got a match at Hell in Cell, so we'll see why. There was no Cody clock. They've kind of changed the clock.
That was very silly to me, the idea.
Oh my gosh, that was bad. So they've kind of changed it into something else big on the show's going to happen. They have a clock for, so it's not the Cody clock anymore. It seems like, but we'll see if it continues. So, anyways,
so the pay-per-view on the buyout or the buy-in, they didn't have the battle royal this time, which I actually kind of missed. I like that, but it was Hookhausen versus Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling. Against my better judgment, I kept saying I didn't think this would work. I kind of got a kick out of Hookhausen, I'll admit it. And I've been really anti-Smart Mark Sterling. He kind of amused me too, coming out looking like a goof for the match. So it wasn't like a match to really take. It was just it was put well in the card. It was the pre-show just kind of comedy match. It had its purpose.
I did not see the pre-show, so
okay. Sure. It was fun. It wasn't like anything, nothing really major happened. It was just kind of a fun match.
Wondering what happened to the Hookhausen match.
They won.
Yeah.
So. And Smart Mark's presented as like a non-wrestler, so it was kind of a fun, Tony Nese, a good wrestler.
That was one part in the pay-per-view that I was like,
yeah, I will agree with that one. I was like, who the fuck? But
the JR did agree with you as well. So.
Kyle O'Reilly. Now, I've been on record as not a big Kyle O'Reilly fan, but this match, there's something about him that I don't really get into, but this match I thought he was tremendous in. Kyle O'Reilly and Darby Allin. These guys have a good match together because you got Darby's doing the wild moves, probably the best flying guy there is because he really, when he does his dives, like he's really hitting the guys. It looks great. And then you had Kyle O'Reilly, who's like the grounded wrestler. They played well off each other. It was a good match. I liked it. I liked that they were different styles.
That wasn't on the pre-show though, was it? That was like
this was the opening. No,
it wasn't the opening.
This is what they list this website.
Okay, yeah,
because they have Wardlow match like third from the front, so they just put this in any order they wanted.
Yeah.
You go with the matches and you have it in order.
Okay. Do you want to redo, or you want me to give some of my thoughts about that?
Well, we do that, and then we'll start with how the show started.
I was worried when they kind of messed that one spot up where I guess O'Reilly was supposed to catch him in the dive. When Darby just hit the floor, I thought, oh my God, that looked awful. Yeah. I mean, as far as like Darby hurting himself. Yeah. I thought that was pretty rough looking. And it looked like he got a busted nose early in the match, whereas he was bleeding out his mouth and everything. Darby was, and I was a little concerned for him then too. But I'm with you on Kyle O'Reilly. I've never really been a huge Kyle O'Reilly.
No, I don't know. It's something about
his promos are just awful.
Oh yeah, the worst. Definitely worse than that whole group.
Now his matches he does do some pretty good stuff with his matches. So I mean, I think he needs a lot of development with his promo work, or somebody just needs to produce.
No, I think someone just needs to talk for him. Just be a wrestler.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'd say that would be.
I'm a big Bobby Fish fan. I know he's a little older guy. I wish he would do more, but I thought this was a good match to me because you had the guy that was flying and the guy was trying to ground him like the straight up wrestler. It worked. It's a good storytelling match.
Okay, Wardlow taking on the MJF in the first match. So.
This was exactly what the match to me should have been. It was you've had months, really years building away, months build, and then you had everyone wanted to see Wardlow get his revenge, and that's what we got.
I do like a lot of the fakes where he brought him up for the power bomb and he kind of like bit him on the head and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought he worked the match pretty good because he knew like what he was there for.
The MJF matches are always old school wrestling that I like. It's more like what I grew up watching.
Yeah. So the spot with the ring where he takes it out and the ref just kind of casually walks up behind him and Wardlow.
Yeah, it's very funny.
They see him putting on the ring.
Yeah.
So that was good. I mean, if it was like a farewell match, I think it was pretty good for other circumstances. I hope it's not.
Yeah, I think it'll be the last we see him for a while, but I do think we'll have him back here eventually. Which it should be, though. It should be like, after he took 10 power bombs, he should be off for a while.
And the freaking EMS guy, the fake EMS guy who put the mask on backwards or upside down, and he's giving oxygen to his eyes. It was like, oh man, come on, dude. You got to teach the EMS guys to put the mask on properly. Hopefully, I mean that did hurt the moment a little bit, but it was kind of funny and weird.
Yeah, but it actually made me laugh. But
but yeah, just taking all of the power bombs, that was pretty awesome for a finish there. Let's see, we got the Hardy Boys taking on the Young Bucks.
I'm wearing my Hardy shirt here.
I like the Young Bucks coming out in
that was
in the Elvis outfits and doing the whole Elvis thing. And on the show before on Rampage, didn't they do a thing where they came out
as a Hardys? I thought that was great. It's funny because I saw a couple people say, "Why do they have to be such douchebags?" I'm like, They are heels. Like,
Yeah.
you're supposed to boo. It's funny. I think they actually do work people to the point where they actually don't like them, even though that's what they're supposed to be doing. But yeah, that was very funny in Rampage. They had that down, and that guy Brandon was Lita with the thong on.
Oh geez, I can't believe I missed that. I missed Rampage. Rampage is all over the place on mine.
Yeah, no. Mine's good at just recording it no matter what time it's on. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, but unfortunately, about the pay-per-view, and I did record it too, and it didn't record on my DVR. I'm glad I watched it live, but I don't know why it didn't record it.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah.
But anyways, I won't rant about Rampage and it's crazy.
It was a good show.
But I did miss it. I could have watched it on demand, but I just didn't get around to it. And I had a lot of wrestling to watch with the pay-per-view anyways. But yeah, the Hardy Boys and I've seen some people saying though that they feel Jeff and Matt are like old, and it's like, yeah, like they're not moving as well as what they used to, but it seemed like they're doing.
I actually thought. I thought this was better than they had been, honestly. Mm-hmm. And I thought, Jeff's match the other week versus Darby was crazy, but I thought they looked actually really good in this match.
Yeah,
I thought it was one of their best matches since their comeback, and the great chemistry together. I mean, this is a match. This is a legit dream match for tag teams, the Young Bucks and the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, and that article was about how they thought Jeff was messed up. I mean, I honestly don't know, but I've always heard so. he's kind of just a weird guy in real life at all times. So it's like when he ran out into the crowd and stuff, that was just him.
Well, and I didn't get that impression.
Yeah, I didn't get it either. So I did like the spot though where they were setting up like the Hardys was just totally beat down, and they're like they kind of come up and they're like, go ahead, do the super kick party and all that. And they just started, really hammering them with it. I thought that was pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. So, this was a really good match to me. It was a great moment. It really was like, the best team of the last era versus the best, arguably the best team of the modern era. Yeah, it totally worked for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good stuff. But
and it was real. The crowd was super into it.
Brandon cracked me up at one spot during the match. I can't remember what it was, but like, I think he was getting cheered, and Nick stepped down and like pushed him or something, and he was like, that he didn't like him getting cheered or something. But Brandon's been doing a lot of good stuff too.
Yeah, I think since he stopped doing the nonstop spray stuff, he does a little bit. He's a lot better. That was getting on my nerves when he would use the spray just continuously, like the whole time he's out there. But yeah, he's actually been enjoyable too, I think.
Golgo 13 in the chat room here. He agrees with us. He says O'Reilly is a black hole of charisma.
Yeah, just something about the dude. Like I enjoyed the match, but to me he's much better. He's best in tags.
Yeah, I'd say with his partner talking to her.
Yeah.
Isn't that like kind of the Jim Neidhart kind of like?
Well, Jim Neidhart was a good talker. That was about it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's forget I even brought that one up. But anyhow, let's see. We got another match.
But honestly, he's the worst talker of all the elite guys, I think.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, hands down. But yeah, the Hardys.
If you're in that big group though of guys that can all talk, you don't really even need him to talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest. I am looking forward to Kenny Omega return eventually. I miss him, and I think there's a lot of new things people he could work with.
Anna Jay taking on Jade Cargill for the women's championship.
Yeah, to me this is they tried hard, and Jade's improved a lot, but like. There's not one person in the world thought Anna Jay is going to win, and we've already seen the match. There's really no reason for a rematch. I don't think this was a pay-per-view caliber match. They tried hard, but it just like, I think it really should have just been a squash, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Anna Jay, she's,
I like Jade Cargill. She's really grown on me. I think she's come into her own. She was given a big spot, wasn't ready for it. Probably still isn't really ready for it, but has improved a lot. Character wise, she always had the presence to her in the look, but really has more confidence. Has gotten better. She's still not like someone who could carry a match, I don't think. And the baddies, I think, really work with her. And I wasn't really couldn't care less about them before either of them. Yeah. And they work really. I like it. I like the whole unit. And I'm not against the new manager, but the way he was debuted, like he came out and they said, "Oh my God, it's Jonah Jameson," or whatever. I'm like, "Ooh."
Yeah, it was very it's very like who is this guy moment, and even JR didn't sell it. He was like, "That's the first time I ever seen him ever." Because like I think Excalibur said like, "Oh my gosh, I haven't seen him since
2017 or something."
Yeah, and then like JR just went, "I haven't ever seen him."
And I never saw the guy either.
What was he not with NXT?
I think he was in NXT. I didn't know this, but he was in NXT Bivens or something.
Yeah.
But I've never seen him once in my life, and I had never even heard of his current name.
Yeah. Well,
I can't remember it.
A new name, yeah, I can't remember it either. But
I'm not against it. He might be a really good man. I have no idea, but they shouldn't. You can't. I love AEW, and I'm not against signing some of these people or this. He might be great. I don't know, but you can't just act like everyone knows who everyone in the world is. Yeah. So if you did have them come out to say, "Oh, who's this? Their new, who's this new manager?" Something like that, and then maybe introduce himself.
Exactly.
Because he didn't even talk. We don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, he didn't talk yet. Tyler S is in the chat room. He wants Patrick Howell to acknowledge him.
Stokely Hathaway
from Stephen Butler. AKA Malcolm Bennett.
Come on, no one fucking knows who Stokely Hathaway is. I don't want to say it like Jim Cornette, but you have to be like some serious hardcore internet fan to know who Stokely Hathaway is and be all pumped.
Stokely Hathaway.
He might be great. I'm not saying he sucks by any means. I have no idea, but you can't act like, holy shit, it's fucking Stokely Hathaway. Whoa, you can't do that. And I was happy Ember Moon. I've always been a fan of Ember Moon, and I think that's a good pickup for AEW because that is one thing they don't really need to hire other people like they have been, but I do think some good women definitely would be a help for the company.
And she stole Owen Hart's kid's name. She's now Athena.
So. Oh. I thought you would say Oge.
No, she's not.
I used to have a cat named Athena.
Yeah, so that's Ember Moon,
the goddess of wisdom.
Oh yes,
I like her, so I think that's a good pickup. Good wrestler.
Jade Cargill, she kept her belt in that one. The TBS championship is what it was called. The House of Black taking on Death Triangle.
Yeah, I haven't been a big House of Black fan. The three of them together, but they were great here.
Yeah,
and the look, but Buddy's looked cool with the face paint. They all look good. They never looked like he never fits into me because the other guys, these big weird tattoo dudes, and then it's this redhead guy named Buddy. Still, the name is the shits.
Well, I'm glad you bring that up, Jack, because I myself has come up with too many names for
he's got to have a new name.
Okay, you ready for it? I got two names here. Satan's Buddy. No? You don't like that one? Okay. All right, wait for it. Think about this. Beelzebub Matthews.
I think just skip Buddy and Matthews and just come up with some spooky name.
You don't like it?
Can't be nobody. You can't be Buddy. You can't be Buddy. You can't be the House of Black. There are all these death metal guys. Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Here's our redheaded buddy. Like, come on, man.
Mm.
But the face paint did look good.
Fresh news.
Make him get that. He's got to skip this match. He skipped the hell of a match. This was awesome.
Yeah, don't skip this match. It was a good match.
And holy shit, was Black was nailing those kicks. Those were some of the best looking kicks I've seen in wrestling. They looked like he really nailed all the guys.
Starting out the match, when they're doing their intros, I think we had like one of the scariest moments I think I've ever seen in a wrestling arena. Yeah, I think Penta had one of his daughters dressed up in his outfit.
Oh, yeah, I didn't understand what was happening.
Oh, and they set off the fire, and she was like that.
Oh, I didn't.
I was like, whoa, get the kid away from the fire.
I didn't understand why I didn't get that though. You have like this blood feud, and then you like, I'm gonna bring out my child for the match. Yeah. I was like, I didn't understand. I mean, it's nice. I get it's a good moment for her, but to me, if it was just a regular match or going for the belt or something, but not like in this match, it was all about like they're trying to kill each other.
Yeah. But
this woman's fine, I guess, but I mean, this was drawn out so long, like really everyone knew she was going to join them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. My mom watched it. She's like, is that one of the Harts? I was like, no.
Yeah, you probably would.
Bless you.
Sorry, I'm getting over a cold. You probably would think that.
Yeah, especially on this show with all the Hart talk. It's a weird name to take if it's not your real name in wrestling, since it's so associated with another family.
Yeah.
Another name that doesn't fit in with the group either, Julie Hart.
So I'm not sad that she's gone from the
that group's
club or whatever that is. Yeah. High school.
Boy, they've were the total. They were booked as total losers in this feud, though. Like they were used as just to get destroyed and take their woman away and look like two schlubs, because they didn't even get the pay-per-view match. They just looked like idiots, and she turns on, goes with them against three other people.
What could Brian Pillman Jr. spray on one of the House of Black members to turn them good? Should he bring like holy water?
That would be good.
Like sprinkle like
I've
Buddy Matthews.
You know
he's
what?
Like, you are a buddy. You need to be good. And he's like,
I'm not against that idea. My only problem is you'll probably get booed, I think. But the
and he's like, I think I want to play sports now. And he comes out with a Letterman jacket.
There you go.
He's like, I'm Buddy Matthews.
The name fits that group way better. Buddy is definitely like, he can be their quarterback.
And then like they can tease Aleister Black. They're like, or what's his name now? It's not Aleister
Black.
Malachi Black. They're like, look, Malachi, we got your buddy.
Yeah, I like this.
Damn you.
But boy, did Jim Ross really had a hard on for Buddy Matthews in this match. He's just like, oh my God. I mean, he is good. I'll give him that. This was the first time I thought he looked good in AEW. The first time he kind of fit in with the group too. But you would think even Malachi changed his name to Malachi. And this is his buddy. Wouldn't he be like, hey man, you can't be part of this group and be Buddy?
Let's rethink this whole name.
Yeah, you think they'd hold him down and just like brand him and put some tattoos on him or something too?
Yeah, he's a big guy. I don't know if they could hold him down.
But he is talented. This is good. I like.
They bring in the jailhouse tattoo guy.
And I know Cons would talk about adding new belts. One of them is the women's tag titles. I think that is not needed because 2 women's singles is pushing it. Adding tag teams, you don't have the roster for that. But AEW is the perfect wrestling company for the trios title because you have a lot of legit trios, and the company's built a lot around factions facing each other. So to me, it's a perfect fit for the company.
Most definitely.
But this is good.
So they defeated the Death Triangle, House of Black. So they're the big losers in this one. So House of Black, the victors. Okay, we're first up. First, Owen Hart, the males match, the first one of the night. Adam Cole taking on Samoa Joe.
I saw a lot of people didn't like this match. I thought it was good. It was kind of a different. It wasn't like a crazy match or nothing. I thought it was fine. It wasn't like it didn't blow me away, but it was a wrestling match that I liked. It was kind of just a straight up wrestling match.
So Adam Cole won this one, defeating Samoa Joe.
Big fan of both guys. That's fitting, though. I think that was a good pick to win the tournament, and it also was nice that the couple won the tournament. I think that works, and you can do some stuff with that.
So it led into Dr. Britt Baker taking on Ruby Soho, and I have to say, I like Dr. Britt Baker being played out to the ring by the Fozzy guitarist, but I think, excuse me, I'm sorry. Ruby Soho having the actual band Rancid,
pretty
which
awesome.
I haven't seen in forever, except for the one guy who's always in the crowd. Actually playing Ruby Soho the song.
That's huge. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty awesome.
That was a great moment. I shared it on my Facebook. Even like some wrestling fans were into it. I was like, yeah, it's really cool. And it's cool too if you haven't watched like the old video in a while, to go back and watch it. And like, how it's cool because he's like this young thin guy, clean shaven with a big mohawk, and now he's like this big gritty Triple H looking guy with his head off tattooed. But yeah, no, that was a really cool moment. I actually was surprised Ruby didn't go over after having Rancid play her out. But that was a really fun moment. It made me think, I don't know if they could ever pull it off, but if you could get Living Color to play Punk out at a show, it would be pretty sweet.
I bet they would do it. I think they're pretty aware of Punk, and so I think it's possible.
Yeah, from what I understand, Rancid they contacted Ruby and suggested the name to her and gave her the song when she was looking for a new name, which is really cool story.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So, yeah, that was this was great. This was, I think, one of Ruby's best matches, I thought. And I was happy the crowd, because I was, you didn't see Rampage, but they really turned on Ruby Soho when she beat Statlander. I was like, oh man, I hope the crowd doesn't suddenly hate Ruby Soho, but they were into her tonight. They were into both people, but I guess just the crowd was really into Statlander, which is cool. But
I'm not into Statlander.
Oh, I'm a big fan. I know why you're not, but I'm a big fan, and I think I'm glad she dropped the alien gimmick, because I've been a big fan of hers. She's a big lady, not like a heavy lady, but like she looks like a wrestler and stuff. I like her.
Did the aliens like hold her down and give her jailhouse tattoos or something? Like,
maybe. Yeah, I'm glad there's no more alien stuff. I didn't like that stuff.
But I gotta represent for West Virginia, my home state, and she badmouthed it, so dead to me.
That makes me like her more, though. It's pretty sweet.
I know
Like, hell yeah, that's fucking comedy gold.
I want an apology. She needs to call into the show and give me an apology, and then I'll think about accepting.
Although my friend Robin out there, I might be visiting this summer. She told me if I come to Virginia, she lives in Virginia, I have to wear like a rebel flag and stuff so they don't kill me for being a Yankee. She's just kidding.
Oh, good. I could see you driving down there in the General Lee.
But she did say, just don't brag about being a Yankee.
See, I didn't give you the pointers. So, but then again, West Virginia was on the other side of the Mason-Dixon line. So.
Yeah. She says we're still people there who talk about the South will rise again.
Oh my.
But she's not one of those people.
Dr. Britt Baker, she defeated Ruby Soho. Yeah. Right after that match, they went into the Owen Hart belt ceremony where they're giving the belts away for
very nice
to the victors. So Adam Cole and Britt Baker were out there getting the belt from from
Yeah, and I didn't know
Diana. Is it Diana? No. What's her name? Owen Hart's wife.
Yeah, Owen Hart's widow, but is it Diana? I think it's Diana.
It's not Diana, that's the sister.
No.
I'm getting confused. I wish my recap had it here for us. Chat room, save our asses.
Yeah, but it was very cool because people have talked about her hating wrestling and stuff, but it's not true. She doesn't like the company that she thinks, well, not things. I mean, the company that,
based upon the stuff that was said on the Dark Side of the Ring, and she showed that harness and the clip that they had Owen using, I'd say it's pretty bad that WWE was employed that company with. I mean, maybe they didn't know about it. But.
Martha Hart, thank you.
And this was something that wasn't mentioned, but I wonder if two doctors, Britt Baker and Martha.
I know
Hart,
it's true.
I wonder if they kind of. Oh God, sorry. I wonder if they kind of, felt a kindred between each other, even though one's a dentist.
Very true. They gave us a lot of time, which was nice. They said that's one of the reasons Tony bought an extra hour for this pay-per-view, so they wouldn't have to cut Martha short. So that was nice. I didn't know this till today, but the belts that they had made for them were like an homage to the Stampede titles, which is
that's pretty awesome.
Those very nice. The shirts are cool too.
I wouldn't think they would go so far as to do that, but I mean that's pretty awesome. I mean,
yeah, so it'd be nice if this was an annual thing. I like tournaments.
I
like the once a tournament gets started. Go on.
Martha seemed very likable with
I agree.
Out the belts and then kind of joking about everybody wearing the hat, and I think they probably will wear a hat like that. So you better get yours today, Jack, before the price goes up next year. But I
would like to get the own shirt. I really like the shirt.
It is a nice shirt, yes, most definitely. And it is nice that they're bringing up a positive situation to bring up Owen and celebrating.
Yeah,
in the wrestling business.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm glad that she's there. I'm glad they're doing this for him. It's cool to see Owen get honored in wrestling. A lot of fans have wanted that, and I think they've wanted it too, but they didn't want it for I understand for that company.
It's like she's been handed the blame for not going into
that's always been really off-putting to me when I see wrestling fans calling her names and stuff.
But I think it's just lack of information, like really knowing the situation and what exactly happened, and actually thinking about, you
got to think
a man died in that.
In that federation. She lost her husband. The kids lost their father. It's pretty.
So I mean,
their brother and stuff.
You got to look at it from her point.
And and it's very cool. He's going to be in the video game, and they've got some action figures coming out. That's very cool to me. I'm a big action. I like the AEW action figures. I've been buying the AEW guys, and I was buying the Masters of the WWE Universe, but they stopped that line. But they started the WWE Superstars line, and so they're still made like the same movements as the He-Man Masters Universe, but instead of incorporating them into like futuristic things, they're made like the actual old wrestlers, and they're very cool though. So I've been collecting those. I would collect more, but God damn, wrestling figures are expensive. So it's expensive enough just buying, a few of the lines that I like.
Definitely. So now Bret Hart, it was rumored that he was going to sign with AEW for a while, and then WWE offered him a contract.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up too on his part. But I don't know.
I agree with you. That's kind of where I was going. I mean, like they're doing a lot of things to kind of celebrate Owen, and he had something in the works.
Yeah, and he was anti-WWE pretty bad for a long time.
Was the involvement of Martha did that turn him off?
I don't know.
Haven't they had issues in the past?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I hate to say it, but I think maybe just the money. They I mean, they could have signed him for years. Why didn't they offer him a bunch of money before? I don't know.
Tyler S is he's requesting a shout out for Michelle. I believe that's one of his daughters. So, hello,
Michelle. Yeah.
There you go. She's
John Brown just got his Eddie Kingston figure in the mail. It's very cool. I was really happy. I was very shocked too. I found a Brody Lee figure.
Oh, awesome!
They actually put out the whole. They had one of each. The whole set of the new Dark Order guys. They had Brody Lee, Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, Anna Jay, and I think the Johnny Hungy. They had all of them out. And I was like, well, I'm gonna buy them all. They had them at Walmart. I was like, holy shit. And I was getting them, and then there was a woman there, and Troy's like, oh, you got lucky. And the woman said, I didn't. There was a woman behind me because I bought. I was like, oh, sorry.
To it.
Yeah.
Well, you are a collector.
Yeah.
And that's going in your collection. It's not like you're going to go flip it. So
no. And I just bought one of each. I didn't, that was all they had. I didn't like I'm buying 10 of each guy or something.
So, I mean, she can feel like, at least it's going to a collector and not like somebody who's just going to resell them.
Right.
She might have been wanting to resell them herself.
Yeah. But anyway. I don't know because they just came out, but I assume the Brody Lee one's probably going to be hard to find.
More than likely, I would say so. Jack, I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are on this match. America's top team, Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, and Paige Van Zant with Dan, your favorite Lambert.
Now, some of the stuff I had already said, I went in not expecting something or I wasn't a fan of so-and-so, but I liked it. I went in this match not caring about it because I really only like Sammy Guevara in the match.
The other team, they were taking on Frankie Kazarian, Sammy Guevara, and Tay Conte.
Yeah, well, I don't mind Ty. I don't think she's a very good wrestler, but I like her and Sammy together. I think it's a great heel unit. I couldn't care less about Frankie Kazarian, and I actively hate the other group. I think it's the worst thing in AEW. And so I go in. Did it shock me? Did it surprise me? No, I thought this was my least favorite thing on the show. I thought it was pretty bad. That MMA woman is the shits. She sucks.
Paige Van Zant.
Yeah, she's terrible.
Yeah, Ty seemed like she was kind of calling spots to her pretty loudly in the ring.
Good. Yeah. And the match made no sense at all to me because you had Kaz. Well, first of all, you've got heels versus heels. I guess Kaz is a face. I don't know. It's face versus face matches you can pull off, but heel versus heel is you need somebody to cheer for. So you're making the fans wanting to cheer for the bad guy. I don't know. I think it's stupid. But the match made no sense. So you had Frankie Kazarian turns on Sammy. Okay, that's cool. All right, but then he just goes back in the match after he turned on the guy. Leave. And then he looks like a complete moron. He's like, he turned on the guy, then went into the ring against all three of the guys, even though he just let his own partner get beat up. So he looked like an idiot. And then he got beat up and pinned.
He should be with him because Scorpio Sky kind of, did him pretty dirty by, allowing him to have a rematch. And then he kind of double-crossed him at the end of it. So. Jobs, he wants to know, are you going to open your Brody?
No, I don't open any of the current wrestling figures. I do like a lot of figures now, how they make I got these just the other day too.
Ooh, excellent.
So I do like how they make them so you can display them either way. And you can also, if you wanted to, you could open this and take them out and display without, ruining the box.
Yeah,
so I do like nice. That. So yeah, I bought both those. I don't think they make a blueberry, sadly. And I've also been collecting these. What happened was Trista Robinson bought me Frankenstein for my birthday. So then I got the Wolfman up here. And then my mom got me the new the Mummy. These are really nice. And the new one coming out is the Invisible Man.
Well, if you get the Phantom of the Opera one, I'll sign it for you.
All right. Are you the Phantom of the Opera? Oh, that's right.
My niece said I looked like the Phantom of the Opera.
Who said that?
My niece said
that's right.
I was like, what?
I do have this is Amigo one.
Ah.
Oh no, that's Invisible Man. I don't have I don't think I have any Phantom of the Opera stuff down here.
Well, shoot. I can't ruin it for you by signing it. So.
What else I got this? This is pretty sweet. This is a Wolfman Tiki mug. Although he blends in with the bookcase. It's a little hard to see. I'm going to have to find a new place for him.
Put a light over him.
Yeah.
Steven Simmons, he says, I got the Brody -1 combo for my...
Yeah, that is cool. I saw that on Figures Inc. or whatever it is.
Okay. It's pretty awesome. All righty. So, let's see. So, this match, you're just not a fan of it, Frankie?
No, I mean, I've seen worse matches. Mm-hmm. It wasn't terrible. I wasn't into it. I don't like the storyline. I don't like heel versus heel. I hate America's Top Team. That woman was really bad. And then the Frankie Kazarian stuff at the end, I think maybe not like that. It just was stupid, I thought.
So this was stipulation that, America Top Team won. Kazarian or Guevara are not allowed to. For the TNT
and
title.
Originally they said forever, but I think the way they said on the pay-per-view, just as they can never challenge.
As long as Sky is the champion.
That's probably for the best, because I think that's a bad stipulation for Sammy, because he's very young, and I don't think you want to have it that he can never go for the TV title again.
So we already talked about this match a little bit, but I don't think we really talked about like who won the match. Kyle O'Reilly won.
Yeah, I was actually very surprised by that. I think Darby's a guy who doesn't need to win all the time to stay over, but to me, it was the wrong guy going over, because Darby to me is like should be he is like one of the most over guys. He should be one of your top guys, and I would protect him. And Kyle O'Reilly's a talented in-ring wrestler, but to me, he's never going to be like a top tier top guy for you.
Yeah. Let's see. We got Thunder Rosa, is the current champion, taking on Serena Deeb.
This was really good too. I like both wrestlers as wrestlers. I don't think, neither one's my favorite talker. I was very shocked that the bearded intro said that, and I thought maybe he's joking, but he was serious. He thinks that, what's her name? Thunder Rosa is the best talking champion in AEW. And I was like, have you ever watched the show? I like her, but she English isn't even like she's not really fluent in it. I don't know.
I think if you look at Britt Baker's promos, I think that just pretty much shatters that whole opinion there. Yeah, I hate to talk about my beard itself like that, but
yeah, Jade's a much better talker too.
Should I apologize to the bearded incher?
No, I think we need a little bit. You need some sense, some sense beat into his ass. He got banned actually from Facebook during the show.
Oh my!
During the Hardy match, he was banned for inciting violence. Facebook said he was trying to incite violence. He was trying to start an insurrection.
I can't remember inciting violence. I think my beard it just makes me do things that I can't recall. So.
I won't even repeat what he said. It's so inflammatory.
Oh my goodness!
I don't want to get banned here on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't get banned.
All right. So it was to me it was a surprisingly good match. It was kind of added out of the blue. To me, I honestly thought it was added though to give Darby a win. So it was a shocking victory to me.
Oh, the Thunder Rosa versus.
I'm talking. Deeb. Yeah, I met the one before the Darby on, but this one, no, this was built well. This was good. This was awesome. I don't know why I was surprised it was good. They're both really good.
They're both better than
I expected it to be.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. Fine match. I was thinking that Thunder Rosa was getting a lot of the match, the offense in. I was thinking, I think Serena's going to get it.
Yeah.
In the end, but that's not what happened.
And I saw she donated, Thunder Rosa donated her outfit to the families of the kids that were shot at the school in Texas.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. That's
awesome.
Anything they can do to help those families. I mean,
and I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but come on. I saw a few people that's part of the In Your Head group, talking about that being fake. It's like, come on, guys. Like, I know you guys are into the conspiracies, but I don't know. Come on.
Yeah, that's mind-boggling how anybody can make that accusation. I don't see how it. I mean, think about all the lengths that they'd have to go to and it's just insulting to really even
to people that like lost their loved one, these little kids and stuff.
Exactly. But anyways, match number 11. The Jericho Appreciation Society.
Yeah, this one we're definitely split on. I actually thought
Daniel
this was
Garcia,
one of my favorite matches.
Jake Hager, Angelo Parker, and Matt Menard.
Menard's my man. I think you could do a lot with this guy.
I do like him.
I think this he's the opposite of O'Reilly. He's got, to me, charisma for days.
He's good. He is very good. Yeah. They're taking on the Blackpool Combat Club, Daniel Bryan and John Moxley, excuse me. Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz.
Yeah, this to me, this was just a wild, crazy. I actually loved it. It was insane. I liked that it was chaotic. I saw some people had a problem that the Blackpool Fight Club lost, but I actually think it made total sense because their own partners turned on. So I actually think that's better because you have the unit that's always together. That's always a problem with me in tag team wrestling, especially in WWE. They would do this a lot, where you'd have established teams and then they'd put together teams of guys that never wrestled together, and they would just always destroy the established teams because they were two big stars. And I always thought that was wrong psychology, because the team that's worked together a lot more should, beat guys that are just thrown together that have never tagged with each other. So I like the idea of the Jericho Appreciation Society, which is a group that's all together. And then you have the other group where two of the guys, some of the guys are always together, the two guys, and then the other guys are their own group. So there was friction between them, which worked against them and made them lose the match. So I actually thought that was good psychology there.
Mm-hmm. So did Daniel Bryan stop Eddie Kingston from lighting Chris Jericho on fire because Daniel Bryan also had gasoline on him? Or was it because they've set up in earlier that Daniel Bryan's not necessarily a fan of Eddie Kingston?
Well, I think that's probably just too far. It's one thing to beat a guy and, hurt him physically, but to light him on fire, I think that's a step beyond anything.
Did you like the Chris Jericho's crew's outfits for the?
Yes, I did. I saw. To me, it's great heel stuff. Actually, on a lot of levels, it looks ridiculous, which is I think that's very funny. And also, the white was great for all the blood in the match because it really stuck out. Then,
yeah.
This was bloody, very crazy.
Well, I had issues with the directing in the match. I think the cameras were a little too sporadic at times, but
it worked for me.
I know we're definitely not on the same page with each other on that one. But anyways, Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus taking on Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland and Team Taz.
This one had me really
Hobbs and Ricky Starks.
This one had me really worried this late in the card after all the stuff we saw. But I did think for such a long show, they laid this out well, because I thought that last match being so crazy picked the crowd back up. And then so it was into it, like, I don't think this is going to be able to follow what we just saw, and everyone's going to be waiting to see the next match. But these guys, I thought, really worked well together and really got people in the match, including me.
Oh, most definitely.
Ricky Starks is a guy that's really grown on me. This guy's got a lot of charisma, and he's very fun to watch in the ring.
Yeah.
And I thought all three big guys were good. I do think someone should talk to Hobbs, and he shouldn't take as many bumps as he does, because he's taking a lot of getting thrown around by everybody.
I like Ricky kind of giving the googly eyes to
he's
Jungle Boy's sister while he was
got
on top of the rope.
Great facial expressions,
and he was doing a little shimmy for her.
Yeah, it was awesome. I love just walking the top rope doing the thing. I think you could put the belts on Hobbs and Ricky Starks. That's honestly all teams were really good here.
So this was a 3-way tag match, and it was for the World Tag Championship. I was surprised to see that Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus kept it.
I was too.
I think Christian Cage was also out there with them, and I think that's that moment where he had him up on top of the shoulders. You're thinking something's coming here.
Yeah,
something's going to happen, and it did it.
Yeah, I thought it was actually smart not to do it, because I think that was more of a swerve that it didn't happen. But
yeah,
and I think I would like Swerve more if he would have debuted with Keith Lee, because I didn't like him by himself, but I do think he wrestles well with Keith Lee. I always like the big strong dude on the flashy guy. I think that's a good dynamic.
They had that move where he jumped up onto the when Keith Lee was outside of the ring on the ropes, and he kind of helped him up on the top rope, and then he kind of did a flip off of his chest. Crazy. That was pretty awesome.
And Keith Lee, when he debuted, came off a huge star, and then I thought maybe kind of fizzled a little bit, but he came off big time here again. Mm-hmm. He really shined. I think everyone shined in this match. This was good.
Mm-hmm. Pepe Potit, he almost bought a Frankenstein a couple of years
very good
ago. So yeah. Galgo 13 says NEC makes good collectibles, and they are not that expensive.
No, they're not. That's who makes these.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Most definitely. Okay, let's see. We got going into the main event.
It's time for the main event.
There you go. For the AEW World Championship, CM Punk taking on Adam Hangman Page.
Yeah, this was great. This was a great world title match. Great dynamic with the crowd being. Mm-hmm. You had half the crowd for each of them booing.
That's what I was about to say. The crowd was just so
split.
They're split. You heard a lot of Hangman Page chants, and you heard a lot of CM Punk chants.
And you heard, then the guys that cheering Punk were booing Hangman. The guys booing Hangman were cheering for Hangman. Were booing Punk. This was good.
Now, the last few shows, we have heard a few angry fans at Punk. They've kind of given him.
Well, I think it's because he's feuding with the baby face, and in wrestling today, it's hard. Anyone who gets pushed will get backlash from the crowd.
Yeah, I'm just worried that it might turn into something like the Cody Rhodes situation. I hope it doesn't.
The thing is, I think
not as far as going back to WWE.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, where they just hate him. But I think if it starts going that way, the company and Punk himself they'll just turn him heel, and he's one of the best heels ever in wrestling, so it would work. Now, I don't think he would take it to the level where I'll never turn heel, even when the crowd's just totally hating the man.
Now, if he does go back to WWE, I will have complete respect for the AEW fan base booing, because it's like, good God, they sent him back to freaking WWE. Yeah. I never thought I'd see that.
Yeah.
But Tazo the Greek, he says, I'm hungry. What should I eat? I think you should get him some pizza rolls.
I got some tube steak for him.
Bam.
Got some white sauce.
Back to the main event. It was an excellent match. The back and forth between them, I thought was really great. I don't know if CM Punk was screwing up the buckshot lariat whenever he was that on purpose, or could he just not do it? I'm really not sure.
Yeah,
he could be working me totally here, but I'm not sure if he was screwing it up or if he just really couldn't do it. But however it was well well done.
It worked in the match either way.
It worked either way.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, you really just had to watch the match because it really was one of those matches that you must see, if you ask me. And
I agree.
At the end where they Hangman Page, he has him. He's got the belt. The ref is knocked out. They had Mike Chioda as the ref for this.
Yeah, that was cool.
I think it was Mike Chioda.
Yeah, it was.
I know he was there at one point. And he had him, and he was telling himself he could just use the belt, and he would just retain it, by cheating. But he decided not to do it, and he dropped the belt, and he went in to beat him sound, and it didn't work out for him. CM Punk got him with that.
Yeah, I love this match.
Mhm.
Told a great story. And so much emotion from Punk winning the title. I mean, you think about it, away from wrestling for 7 years, goes out, WWE, his run in WWE, like beat the love of wrestling out of him. Then he comes back and, he's back to what he loves doing and back on the top of the world and wins the title. Like, it's great. You could feel the emotion for him. I loved it.
Almost definitely. Yeah. Really good main event. I mean, the whole show was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was tremendous. Yeah.
And, I mean, we got Hell in a Cell coming up this weekend. Are they going to get a reaction for Hell in a Cell like they got for?
Well, I mean, they moved to
AEW's
a already because they couldn't sell tickets.
Think about that, Cody. You're wrestling the same guy for the third time in a row. I don't even hear anybody talking about those matches. So, did you make the right move? Was the money that good? I know the fans aren't booing you there.
Fuck that
worth
guy.
That much to be a turncoat.
But I'll watch Hell in the Cell. I haven't watched any of the build for it, so I don't fucking know what's happening. But I'll watch it, and if it's good, I'll say it's good. If it's not, screw it.
I want that to be emblazoned on the back of his coat. Turncoat Cody.
I agree.
Right on the back of his
jacket. With it. Yeah.
And no good turncoat son of a.
Mm-hmm.
He should be a heel as far as I'm concerned.
So Punk, AEW champ. I'm really excited to watch the CM Punk title reign. Do you go to Hangman rematch? If not, like who do you feud Punk with? You've got a lot of people. And also people really want Daniel Bryan, which I think is cool, but I think you don't want to have two guys that came in together. I don't know. I think you'd probably want him versus another AEW guy at the moment.
I think if you do the Hangman, you gotta let him go out for a while. He's depressed at this point. He knew he could have had him, and he's trying to find himself. So he goes away, and then Punk needs to become a heel, I think.
Yeah, or Hangman becomes.
If they're doing that. But I know a lot of people want to cheer Punk right now, so that's probably going to.
Yeah, I would.
Maybe they can lead into going, and then that's when Adam will.
Or maybe, or Hangman. Yeah, either one. One of them becomes heel. I think maybe when he does come back, we'll get more of what he was talking about on Dynamite when he was saying about, I'm defending AEW. Maybe he'll explain more of what he meant.
We didn't really get a chance to talk about that promo because that promo struck me as just strange.
Yeah, I almost felt like Punk did. Like you were talking around in circles, and I didn't understand what the point of it was. It was almost like a mystery. Like I assumed that you were going to eventually find out what he's talking about, but you never did. So I'm just thinking when he comes back, maybe they'll get more into this. I don't know. Either that, or he just didn't do a good job explaining what he's talking about.
I'm not sure if it was like a work thing or if it was like really Adam Page is upset with CM Punk about things.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
I don't know. I don't really put a whole lot into this, but like I was listening to a clip of Disco Inferno and Conan talking about they think that Colt Cabana was sent to ROH because of Punk.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't really believe that.
I don't either, because what the hell was he doing before Punk even came to the company? He was just lost in the Dark Order doing nothing. He's done nothing his whole run in AEW. Wasn't once Punk got there. He's been a total bust. I actually think the Ring of Honor is the best thing to happen to him because he needs a fresh start. He's just a guy in the Dark Order, and he does have a following, and he has his own personality and stuff. I think the Ring of Honor could be the best thing for him because it's a fresh start. He can be the old Colt Cabana people want to see. And honestly, he's got a built-in following in Ring of Honor. He could be a standout in Ring of Honor. What's he ever going to be in AEW with the roster they have right now? He's never going to be a top guy.
No, I don't think so. I could see him maybe getting into some comedy stuff with Danhausen or something.
Yeah, something like that. But it's not going to be like he's fighting for the world title, like main event in the pay-per-view.
So I hope that they do get ROH started.
I like the idea of Ring of Honor being a mix of newer guys and kind of like Ring of Honor All-Stars, where you've got Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal and Colt Cabana.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while you can even do, you could have Punk or Daniel Bryan, not there the whole time, but on a big pay-per-view, you can mix Hangman, a lot of the guys that were in and out of Ring of Honor.
Jonathan Jackson here in the chat room, he's saying Punk is bullying Colt in AEW. He has it in his contract to be able to pinch Colt whenever he sees him, and Colt can't retaliate.
Yeah, I don't believe that. But if Jonathan Jackson says it could be true. But I know a lot of people, I don't know, I remember when he first came in there, they were saying they got along fine backstage. I think he's like, I honestly think this is the best thing for if they just fired Colt Cabana would be one thing, but I think if it wasn't for the Ring of Honor thing, I would have no reason to say keep Colt Cabana.
Just
the only thing I've really seen him do was he had that match with Daniel Bryan, and that was after they hired Punk.
Erase him from AEW.
He's been a non-entity. I assumed that angle was going to go somewhere where he wasn't really Dark Order, but what happened was, they tempted him and then he just joined and then he was just a member. It was a really nothing angle. The whole Dark Order to me should just end.
Tazo, he's saying he doesn't want pizza rolls. Tazo, you need pizza rolls.
I think you should get some brown and served sausages.
Jonathan Jackson, he says the IWGP, is that
that's a Japanese title.
Oh, I thought it was a brand of root beer or something.
No, it could be. Oh. Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity beer.
Rudy Tooty.
There's a new Italian shop in town. I went there yesterday. Actually got a sausage, pepper, and onion sandwich out there grilling it. I was like, God damn, that smells good. But anyway, they have imported drinks. Very nice. They're imported drinks from Italia. And one of them was a ginger beer. And there was a guy buying it. And he's like, I got to tell you, though, the ginger beer from Italy, it's not as sweet as the American. And it's way more potent than the ginger. So the guy didn't buy it. But I was like, that actually sounds pretty good to me.
Steven showing off his CM Punk gear.
He's
excited.
I'll get Hardy Boys. I just got this shirt in my pro wrestling crate.
Excellent. Nice shirt. What's Jeff doing when he does that? Like, is he wanting to bite his fingers or
ready to blow two dudes? Oh, I don't know.
I never thought of it like that.
That's what Taza would be doing. But I did notice that they don't call them the Hardy Boys. They call them the Hardys or the Hardy Brothers. So I don't know if that's just what they want to do or if WWE says they own the Hardy Boys. What?
Maybe they do, yeah.
But either way, it's fine. Hardy Brothers sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
All righty, so we're going to take the Zooms. We're going to take in the Zoom. Gonna zoom and zoom, zoom and zoom and zoom and yeah. Should I do the big announcement now or should we wait till after the Raw report?
I want to know.
Might as well do it now. It could be a few hours before you.
I might not make it to the end of the show.
All right. So big announcement here. Everybody's been waiting for it. People have been asking, what is it? Did you guys buy the Mayhem? Did you guys, are you bringing in Sir Adam? This is the third co-host. That's been out there. I saw Dave was reporting that might be the big news.
What? Dave's telling us our stuff, but not all the AEW stuff?
Yeah, no, why did it say Meltzer? It's Dave. But
it's Dave. Okay.
Yeah.
That could be Shearer or Meltzer.
People was like, they starting the heady streaming network. What's going on here? But the big news is, coming up in June. That's starting next week. We're gonna push the envelope of podcasts. No podcast has ever done this before. In Your Head is gonna get extreme. In Your Head is going to be hardcore podcasting. So all the month of June, we are starting the Bunkhead Stampede Tour. Every week here on the show, me, Incher, and all the Zoomers are going to, just like Bunkhouse Stampede back in the 80s, come as you are. So you're going to come to the podcast. You might have your jeans and your belt buckle. You might have take fists. Might come in a suit of armor. Come as you are podcasting. Whatever you're wearing, that's what you no holds barred. I could come here with pizza cutters, whatever it is, no guns. But you could come here as you are, hardcore podcasting, and it's all going to culminate all month long. It is the Bunkhead Stampede Tour, and then the final show June, right before the 4th of July for Independence Day, will be the Last Man Podcasting. That's right. So, for the culmination of the Bunkhead Stampede Tour, the very final show, Last Man Podcasting, everyone comes into the show. We're going to have some rules, so you can't zoom in at 2 a.m. or something. You got to come near the start of the show. And whoever is left, I was just going to say, we're just going to go till everyone falls asleep but one person, but we have a time limit, maybe 3 a.m. Whoever's left come 3 a.m. will be the first ever winner of the Last Man Podcasting. The Last Man Casting. So it's a community event. So it could be 5 of us. It could be 2 of us. Maybe it'd just be me. I don't know. But whoever's still alive, whoever's still awake on the last show, by 3 a.m. will be the inaugural Bunkhead Stampede Tour Last Man Standing winners. Last Man Casting winners. Never been done before. No other podcast. You can bring a ladder. You can bring a table. No one will do this on podcasting, but we're going to do it here. You can wrap barbed wire around your head. As long as it's not Good Friday, which it won't be because it's June. But come as you are, Bunkhead Stampede Tour here on In Your Head all June.
It's like an Iron Man match.
Exactly. Last Man Cast.
Yeah. So does it start like here in an hour or so?
Not tonight. That's going to be the final show in July. Final show June.
No.
That'll be the final show of June. But we'll have all month.
Excellent.
Every month you got to come as you are, cowboy hat. However it is, because we're here to rumble. Tape your fists up.
Tazo might come naked.
Behind your ears.
Tazo, he likes to take showers during the show. So.
Yeah, whatever. However it is, come as you are. You might get out the headdress over here. You don't know.
Lexar's got a bag full of barbed wire.
Yeah, see, he's getting prepared already. Last Man Casting. Boom. Who's going to be? Who? And if you fall asleep on the show, you're out. So you can't be sitting here and just sleeping on the show and you just because you're on the Zoom on video. And I'm sorry, Jonathan Jackson, you can't put up a video and just pretend you're here. You have to be live on the show, awake, no snoring, to be eligible to be the inaugural Last Man Casting on In Your Head.
Well, we'll know Stephen Butler won't win because
he ain't gonna win. You got to start manning up too, Lexar.
I'll do it on the end of June.
There you go. That's what I like.
Funkhead Stampede. I like this. Now, is there like multiple winners throughout the month, or just
the last show? But all throughout the month to prepare. It's going to be come as you are. So get prepared. What you're going to wear. Come for a battle, Incher. Come as you are. Milani Powerful coming in a suit of armor.
What about a point system where the person gets points if they're the last man standing on the show?
But each week, and then you add it all up.
And then at the end of the month, whoever has the most points.
We'll think about it. We'll try to get the rules all together by next week. But this is happening. Sure.
It's happening.
Casting.
No, I'm probably going to lose.
What? No one with that
questions.
Attitude.
Nikhil's questions, man. I mean, that is an obstacle course right there. That is like, here comes the Nikhil questions. It's like, oh no.
That could be some points there if you answer all the Nikhil questions.
Oh my gosh. How many points do you get per Nikhil question?
Lexar's already tapping out at this thought.
He looks pretty upset about the Nikhil question part.
I'm getting pumped.
He forgot about that.
I'm going to do a video like Rocky Balboa.
Bow, 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 bow.
And it's just me reading Nikhil questions of like, my memories of hard body Harrison. Like, yeah. Last man casting. Who's man and who's a bitch? That's what we'll find out in June.
Damn.
So it won't just be a winner. All the losers we're going to call bitches for the rest of the year. That's how I like to do it. But we'll talk about that part. I just added that one. All right, Incher. But now it's time for the Raw Report.
Oh, weren't we going to go around the clock?
Oh, yeah. But before we get to the Raw Report, what the hell is on your mind, Lexar?
I'm excited for the Bunkhead Stampede. I got my barbed wire. I'll probably use this remote control as a weapon.
He's got his cowboy boots on.
And then slippers, though.
That's all right. That just adds insult to injury if you beat a man with slippers on.
Mm-hmm.
Is it all right if I take this knife and soak it in some pig fat?
Holy shit, you're getting sadistic. This is like some hard
somebody it poisons them.
It's like some XPW stuff. Fucking Combat Zone intro over here.
No, I won't do that. That's mean.
Anything goes. Anything.
I know, but it's like you said about the Chris
pouring gasoline on the song, man, like Eddie Kingston.
It's like that's just taking it too far. I can't do that to Song Man. You know, he would just look up at me and start singing me a song, and I would just know.
Don't
pour
in the gas.
You're going to be an ass if you like that match. Or I don't know.
Incha, don't strike the match. All right.
I'm going to Atlantic City this Saturday, though.
Oh, really? What are you doing there?
GCW. I'm going to a GCW show this Saturday after night in Atlantic City. I'm actually going to stay over. I'm not going to stay in and come back. Just stay in for like a night and then come back on Sunday, just in time to watch Hell in the Cell.
What are you doing there?
Well, like I told you, you're not listening. I'm going to a GCW show.
Oh, that's right, GCW.
Tournament of Survival, a huge deathmatch tournament show.
Well, that should be a good time. Who are you rooting for?
Or you should look over the combatants on your Twitter feed, your Twitter. Or look up.
I saw, what is it? Dirty Ron was taken out of this. He was going to be in it, I believe.
Not Dirty Ron.
That was the talk of the town there for a while. Because Dirty Ron, he does like an evil Ronald McDonald gimmick.
Oh.
And like he was tattletaling on GCW, saying that the leader of GCW was asking him to make fake COVID-19 tests. And apparently this is something that Dirty Ron does. And so he did it. So he's also even tattletaling on his own self.
I don't know if you want to do that. Yeah.
Can you believe that? The man is such a snitch. He's going to snitch out the GCW owner. It's more important to him to try to hurt GCW while basically saying he was guilty of a felony.
Does he win the Chris Cruz award?
Yeah, I mean, this is bitch time. That's what, instead of, we can't say total friend of the week anymore because, we should do that. The total Chris Cruz of the week.
Yeah.
I think that's disease deserving.
Total bitch of the award.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tazo's saying GCW, Game Changer Wrestling. He acts like he doesn't know this stuff, but he was watching that before any of us, I think.
I know. Vic Schiavone, you got anything?
That sounds fun, though.
Okay.
Have a good time.
Bam, he's got a Punk shirt on, too. Just like Steven, they got the same shirt.
Yeah.
That's this old school WWE.
Oh, that's WWE. I mean, look at those. Those are almost the
Hey,
same.
Vic, you got these?
Nope, don't have the wristband.
Vic, anything on your mind about the world of professional?
Yeah, it's very exciting, though.
I'm just very happy to see CM Punk back on top where he belongs.
Most definitely. Most definitely. And I'll say, I think I have new respect for Hangman Page. I think he really proved that he's a top contender in that match. So.
Could have been a contender instead of a bum.
Well, he was a champion, so he's a former champion. And I think he'll be a champion once again. Hopefully.
Called the personality.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I was very excited. That pay-per-view to me is just amazing. Good times.
Most definitely.
So
Song Man.
What is up?
Song.
How are you been?
All doing good and everything. I'm sure you're kind of wondering what this is right here.
Yeah, let's see. Happy 10th anniversary.
Well, this will be official because tomorrow is the day I celebrate being a songwriter.
Hell yeah!
10. He's the perfect 10 songwriter.
You need a song for Lexar. He's been wanting a new song for a while.
Yeah.
Lexar, burning the house. Lexar, chasing a mouse.
Unless those mouse are rats. And I'm not talking about the animals, the rodents, you know what I mean?
Geraldine, what's up? How you doing, baby? Mama,
what's going on?
It's good to see you. It's the 10th anniversary that the song man started writing songs.
Oh shit!
Yeah, hell yeah, Jonathan Jackson! Yeah, he's getting already pumped for Bunkhead Stampede. I'm laughing right now, but this will not stand when the actual event is.
What do you mean? I'm always live. I'm doing this right now. Man, this is tiring.
Hey, those arms, ain't you? What's on your mind, Geraldine?
Raw was pretty boring.
Was it?
Raw?
We'll find out here in a minute, but
I watched it. It was pretty nothing happening show. See, I had this.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
But it was better than last week.
Yeah, but still boring. NXT was pretty good though.
Jonathan Jackson, what's on your mind, buddy boy?
I can't wait to be as live as I am now for the Bunkhouse podcast. I mean, it's going to be amazing. As far as wrestling, I watched the pay-per-view. I didn't see the whole thing because I fell asleep. But
You fell asleep.
yeah, I think I fell asleep
You
at the
put
Jade
up a
Cargo
screen
match.
whenever
I
you
couldn't.
fall asleep on wrestling.
I couldn't. What?
Like,
Oh no!
you're just
I'm
like
usually in
here.
the crowd. I'm sitting down and I'm just knocked out.
If you're on the Thunderdome, you would just put up your own screen and doing this.
No, I'd legit just be sleep on there because that's how boring WWE is. But yeah,
I loved every second I saw of Raw.
you know, the
I mean,
Thunderdome wasn't
Absolutely none.
the
They were
Thunderdome wasn't
banning
live.
people for life just for getting up to get a drink. I mean, I'd hate to find out what they do.
No, but the Thunderdome wasn't live. They made you do a couple things and then they, put their reactions on.
So
the
you're
screen.
reenacting it right now.
No, because I'm not clapping my hands like an idiot saying you still got it or just shaking my head yes or no.
Baron Corbin.
Yeah, giving fake chants.
Yeah, that would seem so unnatural to have to.
Could that
cheer
be a
for Baron
possible new
Corbin.
tattoo, Geraldine? A Happy Corbin tattoo?
No, no.
What, you're not happy with him?
I don't have any tattoos. I'm tattoo-less. What would be a good first tattoo for Jackie Jones?
Like a face tat.
So my whole face? My face on my.
Yeah, a face tat on your face.
Maybe the in your head logo tattoo.
If I ever did get, there'd probably be like Universal Monsters on my arm, like Frank.
Or just brand yourself with that branding iron.
Yeah, see, I didn't even realize that.
I
But
think
Geraldine has good
brand OIB on your ass. Just-
What? So you could kiss your own name?
But that's still not a tat. It's just a brand.
I'm the one who's going to brand you with.
Yeah, on your lips.
Oh.
When you're kissing my ass. Booyah!
Jonathan Jackson's arms are looking like windshield wipers.
Man, Lexar's usually getting that kind of workout.
I'm gonna like look behind in my van and see like Jonathan Jackson doing that, like as my windshield wiper.
That's
I'm like,
what we should make. Yeah, put him in the back of the cars.
he's just doing that.
By the way, if anyone out there has any shirts that they would like to see from the Headyverse, give me some ideas and we'll make some new shirts. We have the new In Your Head shop open. All right. Raw report.
Well, Jack, before we get to the Raw report, just
You
want
want-
to say your boy Shanky, well, it looks like
Yes!
he's breaking up with Jinder. And
What? I
you
didn't
know you're a
Paul was
mid-card.
even around.
You know you're a mid-card baby face when they tell you to
He's a
start
baby
dancing.
face.
And on SmackDown this week,
Was he Jonathan?
your boy
Jackson?
Shanky was dancing for the
Yeah.
ring announcer.
This is what I'd be doing in WWE anyway. All the black people got to smile and dance.
Oh no.
It's either that or it'll be a thief.
Well, Bobby Lashley, he's like the strong man right now.
That's true.
He's just,
Yeah, but he was
his
pointing
arm.
at his ass for a while.
Oh, that was bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, we don't need to talk about that one. It was bad.
All
Steven?
right. I wouldn't mind if Geraldine had that gimmick.
Uh-oh. Pointing to her ass.
Yeah. Raw report.
Welcome to the Monday Night Raw report. So
Yeah.
Raw begins with Becky Lynch doing the introduction, doing the welcome to Monday Night Raw introduction.
Look, Vic's about ready to go to sleep already.
No, see, this is
He's thinking back about Raw.
no, this is just getting ready for the Stampede. See, that's how I'm gonna sit there.
I thought Steven was setting the table so well for what happened on Raw. You were thinking back and just thought, oh god, I go back to sleep. Not because of Steven, but because you were thinking of what happened on Raw.
See, that's how I'm going to win it. About 1:30 in the morning, I'm going to start yawning, and then everybody else is going to go out.
You got to pace yourself.
That's right.
That's true, because yawning is contagious.
Oh,
Last podcast standing. Look at the stamina. I'm not going out.
slow and steady wins the race. But I'm pumped the whole show.
Is Jonathan doing the side to side like from Karate Kid? Side to side. Now paint the boots.
Hours of cardio every day gives me good high endurance stamina.
Watch out for the crane kick.
All
right.
Pull out the crane kick, which is an illegal kick, basically.
Do cranes ever actually kick anybody?
You better believe they do. They'll kick the shit out of you.
Incher, you're interrupting the Raw report.
Oh, I'm sorry. Song man, don't let me interrupt the Raw report anymore.
Let's go for the Raw report. Well, what else we have to see Incher in court?
Cazzo said that Jackson is dancing like Shanky. Is that the dance he was doing, Steven?
Well, Shanky was like shaking his hips in front of this SmackDown ring announcer, who's a woman. And so, like I said, nothing screams mid-card babyface like when Vince tells you to start dancing. So Shanky, I think he's going to be maybe the new Kurgan or something.
All right.
Or Brodus Clay or whoever,
It worked out. I remember everyone was telling me how Brodus Clay was going to be this huge star when he debuted as the dancing idiot, but didn't work out so well.
I taught Shanky his moves.
He probably makes more money now. And
does he dance? Does he dance on Fox News?
I don't think he does, but he
That'd
might.
be awesome if he came out to start dancing.
He probably does better for himself though on Fox News. Maybe. I don't know what they make.
I don't know how much. I don't know.
Yeah. So.
I don't know.
And he still does indie shows. So.
Yeah, he does have to take a bunch of bumps.
Yeah. So good on him, I guess.
Raw report.
Good on this beautiful
Becky
Raw reporter that we have here with his long.
And she's got a new pair of sunglasses and a new shirt. She looks nice. And
yeah, she didn't look too stupid this week, so that was nice.
And so she talks about giving the title to Asuka, and cue Asuka. She comes out, and wouldn't you know it, she has a mic in her
perfect
hand,
English,
and she says, Becky, you are a big time baby. Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
This sounds like good times.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
And I think they must tell Asuka in every single promo that you do, you must say, "No one is ready for Asuka," and which he does again. And cue Bianca Belair. And so you get about 10 to 15 minutes of these three just chatting with each other. And of course, you know what's going to happen. It's going to break down. And it's Becky who I think bails and leaving Asuka and Bianca Belair in the ring. And then they immediately come back from a commercial and they have a match. And actually, unlike previous matches between these three, this one actually does have a finish. Bianca doesn't hit her finishing move, KOD, but she does manage to steal a pin or manage to get a quick pin on Asuka to win the match. And then Becky attacks and beats up both of them. Basically beats up both of them. She's got 1-on-2, and I think she threw Asuka out first, and she threw one of them out first out of the ring, and then beat up the other one. And then the other one came back in. Yeah, maybe it was Bianca came back in and she got a manhandle slam. And basically, Becky was standing tall after that.
Got a question for Lexar here in the chat room. Lexar, Bruce Briscoe wants to know, does Lexar stand and hold his phone the whole time on IYH?
You watch a show like this? Really? You don't put it like on a tripod or something?
I'm trying to man up for the bunkhead.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
He's got a lot of power in that one hand because that one arm's getting a lot of use.
Mm-hmm.
You catch my drift.
This right here.
Yep.
How's he
Excellent
doing
grip
it? He
strip.
just moved his. And now he's drinking. He's lying. He can't hold something and have it on camera.
Yeah, but I'm having it with the other hand.
He didn't say he's holding it with his hand.
Oh.
Jeez, now, Steven, I'm scared. Take us back to the Raw report.
Notable absence from Raw number 1 was Veer. Now we got a video
God.
highlight from last week of
Maybe he's still coming for the Dominiques and he doesn't know where they are.
yeah, well, the Dominics and the Romeo and the Rays and were in the next match, a 6-man tag. It was Dominic and Ray, or the Dominics and the Rays, teaming up with the Ultimate Ezekiel to take on Kevin Owens and the Alpha Academy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And no sign of Veer, so he was nowhere in sight this week except on a video recap. So they haven't.
Let's get a Veer's Gone for a Beer song, man. You got like beer, whip for a beer, never.
How the hell would we give Veer a cheer? Because after all these weeks, he's given us a no-show up Veer. And when we heard the music, we didn't want to ever hear that music again in our ear.
There we go. We got a OIB Songman collaboration here.
Yeah, you guys, it should be a duet.
Release that rap album.
Word to your mama. Is that what the kids say still?
Isn't that
of course, it's you're the man now, dog.
How about this? To the extreme.
Getting jiggy with it.
Ice.
Yikes. They're gonna have a Veer Returns countdown clock next week.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, someone else commandeered the countdown clock this week, so it wasn't Cody's countdown clock.
Oh really?
Yeah, I did mention that. Yeah.
Who was it for this week?
Wasn't it for like it was for the Usos taking on
Usos takes on Riddle and Nakamura.
They had so they go from the Cody clock to the Rock to the Riddle. What?
That's what they did. Yeah.
Just call it the countdown clock.
That name doesn't work. You can't say it's the Riddle Usos clock.
I think they just called it the clock. I don't think
countdown clock.
There was no name for the clock. The clock's been demoted.
Mm-hmm.
Goosey's concerned that Jonathan Jackson's going to pass out.
Oh, he's fine.
I'm just getting all worked up for the last podcast standing.
Is he doing the Carlton dance? What's going on here?
What? Are you questioning Jonathan Jackson's rhythm?
Yeah, did you not see Shanky? I told you I was his teacher.
Oh.
Shanky!
I'm sorry.
Shanky is getting it stanky. Bruce going to Jonathan Jackson, the former Mark Henry Jr. No!
What?
No, that was Jonathan Jackson.
Lord, they just all look alike to Bruce Briscoe.
Wow.
Look at that Kamala.
Yeah, let's make love and
no more like the new member of the Oddities. I rather watch
Let's make love in a rocking chair. Oh, yeah. All right.
I'm all shook up.
I need to refill my drink. So I shall return, but I will be back and I will be listening to the Raw Report while I go grab my drink.
Okay, so the ultimate Ezekiel hits this spinning suplex move and picks up the win on Chad Gable, who seems to, in all these matches, he's the one who eats the pins, it seems. He's, and afterwards, afterwards, Kevin Owens is he's upset or freaking out. Well, he doesn't freak out. He's just upset that he keeps losing to this ultimate Ezekiel. But they do make a match later on at Hell in a Cell. He and Ezekiel are finally going to wrestle each other. So,
I'm looking forward to that one. I've really enjoyed Kevin Owens' participation in their whole feud. I get a kick out of him. He's funny. But as dumb as the storyline is, that Ezekiel is Elias's younger brother and all that, I think Kevin Owens is kind of making it work.
Sorry, I've got clocks going off.
I did watch Raw, by the way. I just
so this next segment was really good. I really enjoyed this. Cody Rhodes comes out in his suit, and he gets on the mic. He starts cutting a promo about how he likes Seth Rollins, and just as soon as he starts talking about wrestling Seth Rollins again, Seth Rollins comes out and he's in the crowd. And so Seth Rollins is out in the crowd and they're bantering back and forth. And finally, Cody, I think he challenged Rollins saying to come down to the ring. So Seth, he's walking slowly and he gets to the barricade and he's has a change. He was about to climb over it and then he changes his mind. But Cody decides, well, if Seth isn't going to come to him, he's going to go to Seth. And so he runs, jumps over the barricade. And I noticed that, they went and they brawled safely away from all the other fans, but they had one hell of a brawl. And even I think it was Scrap Iron, where there was a bald white guy there. It could have been Scrap Iron Pierce. It could have been somebody else, but he was leading a whole bunch of security guys and referees, and they were trying to break it up, and they just had a basic pure six brawl for a few minutes. I really enjoyed pure six brawls. I mean, once in a while on Raw, if you have a good one. I mean, and Rollins and Rhodes had a nice pure six brawl, and in anticipation of the third match. Now, the third match, Cody's won the first two. They're going to have a third one, and it seems to be the only Hell in a Cell match on the card. So I was thinking, is this, do you give one win to Seth Rollins and give him Cody's first loss, or do you make it 3 for 3? I was thinking 3 for 3 for Cody Rhodes. Finally ending this feud with 3 wins for Cody Rhodes. And that's just my opinion. So
I did like the whole bit. I forgot. I thought I was on mute. Sorry. I did like the whole bit how Cody Rhodes was telling him, or how Seth Rollins was telling him that he went to the other company to try to tear down what he had built. And,
so they finally did this. They finally, mentioned, you can't destroy a throne, or you and your buddies, I forget again. I wish I had the exact wording, but it was a direct reference to Cody smashing the throne on AEW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was surprised they brought that up. So
yeah, I was very surprised they brought that up too. But that also made that segment also kind of enjoyable too, that they would actually go there and say that. So they clean this up, come back, and the next Alexa Bliss. The next match is Alexa Bliss versus Doudrop. And Alexa,
one Jonathan Jackson. You just hold out your hand and I'll give it to you, Jonathan. John, I can't hand it to you.
I can't.
What?
Just stop moving it.
I'll forget it. I'm going to hear it. Lexar?
I'll report.
Oh yeah.
So Alexa Bliss is wrestling this woman who is like more than twice her size, and she wins with her Twisted Bliss move.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
who did she take on? Was it Dewdrop?
She took on Dewdrop. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 times her size.
Well, it could be, but like
I miss her old music. I want her old music back. I think it just you heard it, you know, not the Lily music, but the Little Miss Bliss music. Damn, that was a good tune, wasn't it? Big Siobhan.
Fucking loved it.
Hell yeah. How did it go again?
What are you eating, Incher? Baklava? What are you eating, boy?
He's eating a Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, that he teased me with and didn't even give me.
What?
Well, John kept moving his hands. I couldn't hand it to him.
I made a London fog.
A London fog.
A London fog.
A London fog.
Now Bruce Briscoe, he's asked if that's JYD.
What the hell?
God dang. Grab them cakes. I don't care what it takes. Grab them cakes. All right, Raw report. Where were we? I think we were on to that match with the guy.
Yeah.
At the place.
So we get a yet another recap of those three. We get actually a couple of recaps. One was Omos and Bobby Lashley and Montavious Porter MVP. So it's going to be a handicap match at Hell in a Cell. And then we get the only appearance, another notable absence, number 2, Lacey Evans. All we get is footage of her at the Coca-Cola 600. She did the "Gentlemen, Start Your Engines" thing.
That got Incher's engines going.
Yeah.
And she had her sexy outfit on, by the way, too.
Yeah, sexy outfit while she's telling me all her hard times she's had in her life.
Does that do it for you? Is it the combination of someone's sad life and their sexiness?
I heard a crash and it was Brucey. So.
Bruce Briscoe. You didn't name your cat after Bruce Briscoe, did you?
No. They were twins. We found them alongside the road. Somebody had dumped them, and the kids wanted to name them Bruce and Selena because at the time the Batman movie was out.
Oh yeah.
My wife liked the Bruce but didn't like the Selena, so it's Bruce and Sissy, his twin sister.
I like it. Yeah. By the way, Incher, a London fog is steamed milk with
Damn it, Jack! We got a Raw report going on here.
What? Jesus. But I don't drink dairy, so it's a steamed almond.
Oh my God, we got a Raw report going on here.
It's steamed unsweetened vanilla almond milk. And a lavender Earl Grey.
For the love of God, continue.
with some local honey.
So my personal opinion is I think Miz really didn't want to be on the show this week because his participation actually is probably going to be really big next week, because next week is the debut, the new season of Miz and Mrs.
Whoa!
So that's next week, though. This week,
Lexar's excited. Look at him.
Coming up soon is the debut of Jack and Geraldine, the new reality show.
Uh-oh.
Hey, yes, man.
Part of IYH Films.
Exactly, In Your Head Films. It'll be good times. Good times.
And Annabelle will come in and just smack both of you.
What?
It's like Jack's chasing her around with the ball and chain. He's trying to chain her up, and he's like, "I run this house with an iron fist." Ah! Oh, hello, Mr. Cameraman.
I'm known for being a very Demanding man.
Get you, Jonathan Jackson. I get you. If you just stop blocking me.
Haha. Mr. Miyagi told me well.
Ah!
I'm going to be in that GCW tournament that Lexar is going to.
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to do when Jackie Jones comes out, Lexar?
I'll get a bundle of light tubes and smash it over his head, bald head.
Oh, man.
It's gonna set him on fire.
Oh, my God.
Carve my
Oh,
name
no.
into Lexar.
Lexar's the real wizard.
Oh,
Mhm.
pyromaniac over here.
The gasoline and some matches, maybe a blowtorch.
And Daniel Bryan will just stop
Jesus,
you.
I don't know, man. This Lexar is kind of whacked. I don't know if I want to take a trip to Jersey.
Look, as
I've
long
been
as
to
you-
New Jersey. It's before I knew Lexar, though.
As long as you're not sitting with your girlfriend, you'll be fine.
Which part of Jersey, though?
Well, I went to the casinos, Atlantic
Well,
City.
Of course, Atlantic City. You've been there.
All right, we went to Saka Subs. Have you ever been there?
Nope.
Is it like Applebee's?
Fuck the Applebee's.
Applebee's treated the Iron Sheik good.
Oh, the Applebee's.
Eating good in the neighborhood. Apparently,
Knock that
Jack
bitch
doesn't
out.
eat good in the neighborhood. I don't know.
Applebee's.
Some people just
Steven! The Raw Report is brought to you by not Applebee's.
will see.
Okay, so Miz, like I said, I don't think he really wanted to be on this week. So he does his introduction to Miz TV, and right away, the Street Profits come out, and they basically take over the show, basically.
Pretty much.
And Miz just stands there, and he doesn't even have a mic in his hand, and they do the rock, it doesn't matter line, and I think at this point, I think Miz checked out of his own show because the 24/7 geeks took over.
That's still a thing.
Yeah, we had some title changes too.
Now, at this point in time, if you're still sitting in the crowd and look at that, Martha, oh, boy, they got the 24/7 title. You're pretty fucking dumb.
This was pretty dumb, actually.
And that what they think every wrestling fan is, though.
So you had
Pretty much, yeah.
So you had the usual suspects, Tozawa and Truth, and
Good God.
and
I watched this in like 4 years, and this was what's happening last time I watched it.
and one person came off the milk cartons. T-Bar came off.
T-Bar, holy shit! I might start watching Raw again if T-Bar's on there.
You got Shanky and you got T-Bar. If these guys ever team up, that's going to be Jack's team. It's going to be all about it.
Yeah, T-Bar.
So they're all fighting, and the Street Profits are just sitting
What
on
is a
these chairs
T-Bar?
watching
What is a
this.
T-Bar on Urban Dictionary?
And I think it was the other guy, Montez Ford, just sat there, but the other guy, and I can't remember his name,
Dawkins?
Dawkins, he gets up and he basically beat up T-Bar.
Yeah, because he didn't want to see him win. Yeah.
Anyway, in the background, Tamina is beating up Dana Brooke, and she wins the title. She gives her the Samoan drop and wins the belt. And then she's all celebrating. She grabs Tozawa to kiss him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tozawa rolls her up and wins the belt and runs away. I thought, it's a good Miz. Like I said, Miz was gone right away. He knew right away what was happening, and I think he just got out of there as quickly as possible.
By the way, a T-Bar, according to the Urban Dictionary, is when one is wearing a thong or a G-string, they sit down, it sticks out, and you see a T-bar. So it's like the
T-bar.
T's down in the butt crack, into the thon that goes into the inside and between the butt. You got the butt cheeks, then you got the crack, and you got the butthole up in here. But so the T-bar is
Raw report. Raw report.
let me show it to you.
There you go.
Report.
Something that Geraldine should wear.
What? That's just
Eh?
that's just,
Yeah, you got to do it first, Alexa.
I swear this is true. On the Urban Dictionary for T-bar, the third definition, some guy from Retribution, not even that scary.
Wow.
Whoever wrote that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got to thumb it up.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh yeah, you can do that, can't you?
Yeah.
That was from Broski RBX. He's got 5 thumbs up now and 2 thumbs down. Hetty Versco, give this man a thumbs up. We like this guy. All right, Raw report.
So next up, Mustafa Ali took on Tommaso Ciampa, and ever since he came up to Monday Night Raw, Ciampa hasn't really been used.
That's a shock.
prominently.
Yeah.
You don't
And-
say.
I don't know. Anyway, so Ali wins the match by disqualification when now this was weird because this happened twice in this show. This was the first time. This was a contenders match. If Ali won the match, he got a U.S. title shot against Hypothesis. And Hypothesis is at ringside on commentary. So Ali is wrestling Ciampa, and they're having a decent match when Hypothesis just gets up and interferes in the match and causes the disqualification. And I thought, you idiot, what the hell are you doing? But then he gets on the mic and he immediately says, well, you get a title match. In fact, you get it right now. And so they have a match, and he hits his finishing move. It was not much of a match. He beats him in a couple of minutes. And you think, Ali, okay, this is done. This is over. But then out to save the show is Scrap Iron, who basically says, well, Mr. McMahon wants you to have a fair fight. And so he makes another match for Hell in a Cell, a rematch of the U.S. title on the line, Hypothesis versus Mustafa Ali.
Why would Vince McMahon want him to have a fair fight when that's like he's been protecting him? Like, I don't get it. Sounds like a bunch of BS to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is just poor writing right here, right now.
Just release Ali already. Jesus, leave the guy alone.
They're like, you cannot quit. You must stay here.
You must stay here and lose multiple matches.
Songman, what would you do if we forced you to stay here for forever? Never.
Well, the days will make me feel much better if I was here forever because I'm sick of this new hot season weather.
Hell yeah.
It was hot today, that's for sure.
That's because you guys are seeing me.
No, it's because they're seeing me.
And it's because
I think that is a better forecast right there.
Yep, Geraldine.
Tune into Jack and Geraldine.
Slash
Ratings through the roof.
Just want to give a quick shout out to my cousin saying dancing in the chat room.
Dancing machine.
Darius Colquitt.
Mm-hmm. He designed my mask I got on right now.
Oh, really? Isn't it just black? Or
Nah, there's a design on it.
Mm,
I'm
Damn.
just black. What the hell?
You're dancing to Bad Bunny.
Oh, yeah. That's what's in my earbuds right now.
Andrew's horror show. Nasty Neil, what's up, buddy? Yeah, hell yeah. Andrew.
Booker T. That's the Booker T song I think Jonathan Jackson's listening to. Booker T.
Yeah, how's that go again?
Do the da ba da boo ba 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 da ba. Booker T. Booker T.
Booker T. Report.
So we get this. So the countdown clock goes down to 0.
Oh, yeah.
And Up next is the tag team. Okay, so you have Shinsuke Nakamura, the King of Strong Style, teaming up with Matt Riddle, the Bro. So I think the name you should, and the tag team name for this team should be Strong Bro.
Shit. That should the tag team name. These guys are Jack. Will never want to see these guys.
I'm
not a fan of either one.
I just made up my own tag team name for these guys. Strong Bro versus the Usos.
Chief Strong Bro.
Yes, that's what I immediately thought of.
Yes.
So this is a number one contenders match. If Strong Bro wins the match, they get a future title shot at the Usos.
What happened to Orton?
Orton's
injured.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they just immediately like, holy shit, we got to get someone else in with this guy.
Yep.
The WWE.
Well,
Just
the
put
other
up
guy's
together
partner
another
was
ragtag
injured too.
team.
So
Both of them partners got injured.
I thought
Yeah.
he was a SmackDown guy.
What's that mean?
what does that mean exactly?
They should have brought in Bad Bunny to team with Riddle, and they could just smoke pot together.
Yeah, then they would have won all the titles together too if that happened.
Yeah.
I say intro, just say no.
He'd be like, whoa, bro, we gotta win the titles after getting baked on all this weed. And then Bad Bunny would say, Booker T.
You know, he speaks English, right?
Booker T.
I say lead a clean life like Jackie Jones.
He says, soy un rey champion Booker T. Wah, wah,
Didn't you
wah.
study Spanish for like
Booker
15
T.
years?
Yeah, no, that's why I gave up. I was like, I'm not getting anywhere in this. Not getting anywhere.
What's your name in
Lexar
Spanish?
laughed at me. I gave up because of Lexar. He laughed at me.
What's your name in Spanish?
Damn it,
John. Yeah, you don't translate names actually.
When I took Spanish in school, they gave everyone Spanish names based off their name. No, not to break kayfabe, but my real name is Neil. And so in Spanish, it's Juan, all these people.
What?
And then they got to me and she's like, your name now is Ricardo. I was like, what the fuck?
Wait, so who the hell's Jack?
Why?
I don't know. I've wondered this for 20 years since. I just still don't understand.
Yes, Ricardo has nothing to do with Neil.
I know. And I also took French. In French, they call me Normand. So I was like, well, at least it's an N, but what the fuck, Ricardo?
Ricardo.
No more.
Oh, Rodriguez.
Ricardo.
No more. No
All
more.
right. Raw report.
So the finish.
Oui. Parlez-vous
finish.
français? Oh, oui. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
DC.
Yes, señor. En tu cabeza.
I get.
En tu cabeza. Yep.
Look at this blade job I did, bro.
Into
What the
cabeza
hell?
Ricardo.
Look
You
at this
just
blade.
cut yourself with the hell yeah, Incher's starting early. He's getting hardcore.
Oh,
June hasn't even
shit.
started yet. But you know what? The second week of June was gonna be first blood. You would have been eliminated. Incher would have been out of here. Fucking first blood.
Nowhere to aim now.
You drew first blood. He's gonna be like fucking Rambo, Incher. Be
You
fucking
drew
shooting
first
us out
blood.
with his M60.
Don't want to do that or talk
You
about
lost
shit.
your mind?
Cause big killers.
Are you like having some kind of mental breakdown?
I'm trying to do Rambo at the end of the picture. What
Oh.
he's talking about.
Nasty Ricardo, Andrew from Horror Show says.
Nasty Ricardo.
Yikes.
Me.
Brandon Colmeyer says, I've never seen so much trash in one place until I looked in the mirror. Holy
Wow.
shit, Brandon.
What is he at a dump?
Call himself a piece of shit.
It's a trash can.
He is.
Let's
Big old
all
pile of
make
shit.
Brandon feel better about himself.
Yeah,
Brandon,
fuck you, Brandon.
For sure.
That'll make him feel good about himself.
Yeah. Raw report. Enough of this lollygagging from Incher. Fucking bullshit over here.
So, like I've been trying to say, the end of this match made absolutely no sense at all because one of the Usos took Riddle's scooter thingy and attacked him with it right in front of the referee,
right in the throat,
and the Usos got disqualified, but they basically gave the title match the title match to Strong Bro. So I don't know if this is happening at Hell in the Cell. I don't think they did. I don't think they announced that. Just that Strong Bro would get a title match.
Got a tea bag here for you, Incher. Strong Bro at the pay-per-view.
I like that name.
I like it too. I wouldn't be surprised if they used it.
On the WWE Twitter feed, they said name this team, and I just put Strong Bro.
Hell yeah! Hope they give you credit.
I hope so too.
Patrick Howell says hello, Patrick Howell.
Oh, he actually acknowledged everyone here. I can't believe it.
What's up, Patrick?
He didn't just go straight into hi, Geraldine.
We've grown on him.
Yeah, he's a good man.
He's acknowledging us now. Acknowledge us.
Raw report.
So right about now, I think Mustafa Ali is probably wondering another way to get out of his contract because he does a backstage interview and basically says something about how he's not gonna get beat up by Hypothesis again. And as soon as he says that, he gets beaten up by Hypothesis again.
Is Bad Bunny's new big single gonna be Mustafa Ali?
No.
Mustafa Ali. That'll be his
Let's
new.
face it, Mustafa Ali will never have the fame that Booker T has.
No.
Never.
Okay. Here's something I've noticed in the past few weeks about how to win a women's match.
Who's that supposed to be?
That's Amber Heard.
You can go to South Carolina.
I think that's Pirate Burchill, isn't it?
You can go to South Carolina and see bootleg Jack Sparrow. Bam.
Or is he real?
That's what he's doing now since he's been canceled.
That's all he can do.
Yeah, what are you doing, Incher? Why are you there?
They paid me to promote the show.
Oh shit, we're sponsored. Or is it just you?
Just me.
Damn it.
Let's turn this fucker off.
Actually, no. I just wanted to show.
Are you interrupting the Raw report with this total bullshit? Some fucking dipshit pirate
This
in
is
North Carolina.
Stuff. You can get dinner and a movie in South Carolina.
Patrick Cow says Geraldine seems bored by all this bullshit going on.
Geraldine?
She looks like she's having a good time to me.
I think
that could be Mustafa Ali's
Got a
next
big
job.
smile on her face.
She's a fake pirate.
And she's getting all pumped for more Raw report.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here's a lesson to all the WWE women on how to win a wrestling match. Liv Morgan takes on Rhea Ripley. And so this week, instead of Rhea Ripley laying across Liv's ass to get the pin, it's Liv Morgan who lays across Rhea Ripley's ass to get the pin.
Yeah.
They really like laying across each other's rear ends.
And
Just
you
stick
know,
them in the air and lay on them.
Edge was checking Rhea Ripley's oil like a week before. Now Damian Priest is checking Rhea Ripley's oil.
That name.
checking the oil. They grab up into her shorts.
They're doing the fans a service.
Hey, just some tea bag for you.
Yeah,
Whoever is
you
the
can eat your
producer,
tea bag, buddy.
whoever is producing these matches must be having one hell of a time.
Oh my god, look at that. That's gotta be nasty. I didn't really mean to do it. What's the matter with this man?
Now send it to Incher in the mail.
Ew.
Look at him. He is nasty, isn't he? Look at him.
I don't want to watch that.
He's sucking in the tea bag and just loving it. Look at him. He's
good.
got
Yeah,
a
tea
smile
bag
on
is
his
good.
face. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's savoring the taste of it too. Look at him.
Oh,
Savage.
Savage.
no wonder they call him Nasty Meal.
That's really nasty.
Pretty nasty.
He's good. Raw report.
Okay, let's wrap this sucker up. Main event segment is a contract signing.
You can buy a fork.
5-star
We need to-
contract
We need
sign.
to interrupt this Raw report to put over Incher's fork.
Hell yeah.
How much
You
is it this
want
week?
a nice fork that you can show all your friends as a nice keepsake. Cost of this fork is $50.
$50. Well, for $20 right now, you can get this 2X, the Kings of Wrestling.
The Kings
Chris
of
Hero and
Wrestling.
Claudio Castagnoli shirt.
Mhm.
Boom.
Man.
Hot damn, tonight only.
Where is
25.
Claudio Castagnoli?
He's going by a different name now, and he's going to debut somewhere, I guess. Maybe at the show you're going to, Lexar. You never know.
I think he'll end up in AEW, but we'll find out.
Why does he look at me like I just farted? What? Lexar, you might be at the. Aren't you going to a show?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is a test match show.
He
He's not
looks
test
at me
match
like,
wrestler.
Gonna be mad. How about Madman Pondo? He might show up.
It's true though. He's a legend.
I'm friends with Madman Pondo on the Facebook. I could probably get him back on the show if you guys want to hear some
Yes.
Pondo stories. He's a good dude.
Yes. Jonathan Jackson will ask him about Nick Gage.
Yeah.
Yep. Ask him about Nick Gage. Ask him about the rumors about Sarah Logan. All kinds of crazy shit.
Let's see.
Let's wrap up this Raw report, and Intric can stick his fork up his.
Hey, now that might double the
look
value.
at Goosey. Look at Goose is loose. Look at
Yeah,
him.
Goosey.
Come as you are right
Goosey,
now.
Goosey.
He's coming as you are.
Goosey, El Hijo del John Jackson.
That's right.
Goosey's almost as hard as Booker T.
I'm almost as
He's
huge
really
as Booker
excited
T.
for In Your Head, huh?
Mhm.
Boom.
So excited, I'm naked.
Hell yeah.
Want to see the other? No, I'm just kidding.
That's the actual spike in the ratings.
Goosey's pulling a Tazo on us.
I ain't gonna start taking a shower.
That would be great if you just had a shower head over you, like in that chair. You just
Water
you
comes.
start washing your hair and everything.
Oh man.
Let's wrap this up, shall we?
Steven,
So Bobby comes
are you
out.
doing the Raw report still?
I'm gonna finish the Raw report. Bobby comes out, MVP comes out, Omos comes out, and they all sit around the table and they cut promos on each other. And of course, you know how this ends. WWE is so predictable. The writers are so predictable.
Yeah.
They start clearing out all the furniture and start and just
I'm amazed every time I watch WWE. I'm like, I did not see any of this coming. It's the best stuff.
so they have a brawl, and Omos and MVP get the upper hand on Bobby. They're beating him up, and then they get a table. And Omos, well, I'll give Omos credit. At least he knew how to set up the table in the corner. And and he set up the table in the corner, and he's going to pick up Bobby Lashley and throw him into the table. However, right at the very last second, Bobby Lashley reverses it. And I think he speared him right into the table. And Omos just sat down with a table in the corner.
Is this guy still just totally sucked almost, or has he gotten like any better?
Leaps and bounds.
He's about like what you were doing to the tea bag, just sucking.
Whoa.
Well, Steven, that was a beautiful Raw report.
So that was the main event segment. That was Monday Night Raw. Now I'll say this. I really hated last week. So just by default, this show was better.
See, Incher was over there. Sucked. Last week he's like, I loved it. And Steven's like, it sucked. Now Steven's saying this one was good and Incher hated it.
What a shining endorsement for Monday Night Raw.
Sounded riveting.
We gotta go. We gotta get
seat the whole report.
We gotta get the tiebreaker here. Lexar, what do you think about it?
Geraldine said it was boring.
Lexar, he's got
Lexar said it really good. His dick hard.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thumbs down, Geraldine, thumb down. The song man.
I thought it boring.
Yeah, song man.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a big thumbs up.
Didn't Rhea Ripley change her theme?
Yeah, she did. She has a new theme. Yeah, I did notice that. Mm-hmm.
Did Vic see this Raw?
I watched the 6-minute replay, and so for 6
I listened to the Raw report.
No, you didn't watch Raw if you watched it for 6-minute replay.
Yeah,
he's not cheating on this.
You gotta get the 3 hours.
That's about all I could stand.
No, you're cheating.
We need someone to do the 6-minute editions of In Your Head.
What, on the TikTok?
That's not. That's not a.
My TikTok's doing good.
Bunkhouse, Buck, June, Iron Man show. Oh, now he's tweaking his wang right there.
What?
Whoa!
Whoa! I don't have my cock grease down here. That's a brand of mustache wax that I use, cock grease.
Ah, okay.
It is
okay.
But it's hard. If I had it down here, I could twirl my mustache, but I can't.
We'd get kicked off of YouTube. Don't do
but I'm gonna let it grow out so I can start twisting it. What do you think?
Then they'll start calling you Wang.
What does this mean? Geraldine should go get blinker fluid the next time she goes to Napa.
What?
Okay.
What do you
Patrick
think?
House
That's
is
pretty hot.
I think he's finally lost it.
Jack, you look like one of those tag teams from NXT back in the day.
Vaudevillians.
Yeah, Vaudevillians.
They didn't invent it, but I get the. All right. Raw report. Thank you, Steven. And I apologize on behalf of all the Headyverse for the horrible display of just poor attitude and blatant
Disrespect.
ignorance and disrespect that Incher showed you throughout the Raw report. I think he needs punished. Maybe needs whipped, beat.
Yep.
But he's a good guy overall.
For the blinkers in the car, it was a joke.
What did it was a hell of a joke.
It's a good joke.
That was a fucking knee slapper.
We all laughed except for Big.
We laughed on the inside.
Yeah,
Vic,
he was,
outwardly.
He was busy holding the Raw report sign.
Yeah,
so
that's
understandable.
He was just like, I got a job here. I got to hold this sign. To hell with Patrick Howell's joke.
Blinker fluid. Oh, man. What a knee slapper.
Yeah. He's a good man. All right. Before we get to these questions, any questions from the panel here? But you're all free to answer these questions that are coming.
How many questions are there?
7.
Seriously?
Only 7?
Times
Give
4.
or take 37.
37.
Well, I'm saying give or take. So really, there's 44, but some of them are multi-part, so more like 60.
Oh shit.
How
But
many?
it'll feel like 7. Is what I'm saying.
And they're all great questions.
Exactly. They're all just tremendous. All right. Matt Dishman Sr. the Third. I believe this is the first time question from this man. I've never seen this name before. I'm sure he's just some fake guy. He's probably someone who quit the show or got booted and he just made up a fake name. But either way, Matt Dishman Sr. the Third. How can you be Senior the Third?
Yeah.
I call bullshit.
He's got kids. That's how.
Maybe he's a senior citizen. He just wants to add it to his name.
Maybe. He wants to know Josh Alexander versus Bob Backlund. Who wins?
Is Bob Backlund like Disneyland?
If it's like Bob, if he means Bob
Both of the
Backlund,
prom.
I'm saying Bob Backlund. Oh, this guy's been a member of the group since 2018.
Oh shit, he's a veteran.
Probably this is what happens. See, these guys, they know in advance. So like, I'm a troll. I'm going to get banned. So I'm going to infiltrate the group with all these fake accounts, but I'm not going to use them for 3 or 4 years down the road.
Damn.
Then they'll think, oh, this is a regular guy. But then you go to his account and he's got nothing.
Or they're just
Never
too embarrassed
posted
to
news.
admit they're part of that.
Wow.
Got multiple pictures. One picture, he's a white guy, a skinny white guy. One picture, he's a big black guy. Clearly a real person.
How is Jonathan Jackson not out of breath by now?
He's got the endurance.
Well, yeah, man. Been
All
doing this
right,
for
well,
days.
This fake guy, Mr. Fake Man, I'm saying Bob Backlund. Lexar's getting into it.
If somebody
Kinda
came in a
Come
room
on.
and did that,
I think
for
he
this
hypnotized
long,
Lexar.
Come on, Lexar,
I
join
think
in.
I would just have to run out of the room screaming, just like, get me away.
There you
from
go,
him."
Goosey. Come on, everybody, dance break.
Do the
Yeah,
shanky.
yeah, do the shanky. Come on, Geraldine, what are you doing?
Do the shanky.
There you go.
Dude, yeah, it's better.
Patrick Howe's losing his mind.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick
I'm doing
Howell's
the
losing
Carol
his
team.
demon.
Bruce Briscoe, Jack, enter, pick your Survivor Series in your head teams. I feel like we've been asked this like 87 times.
I avoid it every time.
Yeah, I think when it's closer to Survivor Series, ask this. Not like in fucking May.
But did you know the series of Survivor is a Thanksgiving tradition?
Series of Survivor.
What would be your IYH Money in the Bank?
Money in the Bank?
Money
Boom.
in-
Everybody on the panel right now.
Yeah.
Lexar, he's kind of a luchador. Lexar.
He
Lucha
just
Lex.
set fire to the ladder.
That's good point. He's got kindling in there, just light it on fire.
Mhm.
Geraldine, get in there. She can distract everybody.
Yeah.
Jonathan Jackson's got the endurance. He'll be climbing up and down the ladder.
I'd be like a reverse call for Kingston. I'd be going for like crazy accent.
Then you got Goosey is like the classic big man. You know, like Kane would be in the ladder match sometimes. I think you get Goosey in there. Got your veteran of the veteran. I think you put them both in Vic and Steven. And then you just got the wild card of Songman in there. Boom. You got it right there. Money in the Bank.
I think we might have to implement a drug testing policy for the bunkhouse.
Are you calling these people drug addicts? Are you calling the Headyverse a bunch of drug
I
addicts?
don't want to
hell?
call anybody out, but
Did Jonathan Jackson just tear his bicep?
No way. I don't use steroids.
I think he's hopped up on something. I mean, he's been doing this for so long now.
What do you mean hopped up? You were just drinking energy drinks earlier. What?
I know he's fucking down in the fucking cocaine over there.
Cocaine.
The Coca-Cola.
What do you got in your hand right there, mister?
Who?
What's that in your hand?
What
He
the?
blowing a dude?
What were
He
you
blowing an
drinking?
invisible man?
What were you drinking?
Me?
Yeah. What you
This
got?
is polar seltzer guava mule unsweetened.
Forget I asked.
0 calories, 0 fat, 0 carbs, 0
shut him
sodium,
up, somebody.
0 sugar,
no.
0 protein. You're the one who asked, man.
What are you drinking? Shut up.
Doesn't he drink the most annoying drinks ever though? It's like,
Hey, do you want him to drink a Bud Light or something?
I mean, if I asked Vic, he would just hold up a Sprite. He'd say Sprite.
Glass of orange juice or something.
Glass of OJ.
That's what I want to know is for the bunkhouses, there going to be a restriction on what you can eat or drink during this?
Nope. You can eat or drink whatever you want.
How about during the last podcast, Stanley? Can you just get up and be like, "Oh, I need some water"?
No, you got to stay here.
Okay.
You can bring the water with you. You can bring all that shit with you, but you got to stay here.
Okay.
But we're not WWE. You can be eating pork rinds.
So we're not going to get this
showering yourself in Cheetos. I don't care, but you have to actually be on camera.
What if we're wearing an AEW shirt?
That's fine. AEW. But if you're wearing another podcast shirt, you're getting fucking booted.
There you go, like the Thunderdome.
Get the fuck out of here, bitch. What are you doing with that Tony Khan? Well, he's fine, but I don't know. Whoever hosts a podcast, Billy Bob's Wrestling Extravaganza cast, we get you the fuck out of here.
Anybody wearing a Wang shirt is done.
What happened when the podcast T-shirt?
You don't even all your shirts are just white. I used to assume you just wear the same shirt, but then I think you open up your drawer and it's just like 500 pairs of white T-shirts.
Mm-hmm. I actually bought a brand new pack earlier last week rather. New white tees.
Lexar, you should sell your used tees on the internet.
To what? Some dirty pervert?
Yeah. Like Jackie Jones.
I actually gave a homeless person a bag of white T-shirts of old white.
Well, that was very nice of you.
That was nice, yeah.
Yeah. You didn't ask him for like a hand job or anything. You just gave them to him.
No, he just asked me if you
Jack.
No, God. I got
what's the matter with you?
What?
He's trying to say something nice.
I was putting the man over.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. I said you didn't ask the man for a hand job. You just gave it to him out of the kindness of your heart. Right, Lex RC, I was saying you're a good man. Good man. Were they used or you buy the wrong size or what? They're used or they weren't like worn out. You didn't like wipe your butt with them or nothing. That's a good man right there, Incher. I don't see you doing anything for charity. Fucking Incher goes around and kicks him in the balls.
Damn.
He's like, get a job, bum, and he just fucking kicks him in the knee.
What? You're making things up.
That's what I heard on the streets.
Making things up about me.
Why would you do that, Incher?
Geraldine, you don't think I would do that, do you?
Say what?
You don't think I'd kick homeless people in the balls, do you?
What kind of question is that to ask someone?
That's what he's insinuating that I did. I need her to be a character witness here. Would I kick homeless people in the balls?
Well, I don't know. That might just be a thing you do in West Virginia. I don't know.
That's how they greet each other.
Like you tip over cows and you kick homeless people in the balls. I don't know. I just heard that. I mean, maybe it's an urban legend. I don't know. But what I do know, Incher, is this. You're a good man. And I also know that Nikhil Callahan has sent in a series of questions.
Hell yeah.
And number one question out of his, so he's going to send in one question, but it's really 50 or 20 questions. And the very first question includes like 17 questions.
Shit.
So his first question is, let's get our predictions for Hell in the Cell.
I think
Cody Rhodes versus Seth freaking Rollins
for the 50th time.
This is a Hell in a Cell match, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
One.
Seth has got to go over. He can't lose.
I think he should, but I think they're going to have Cody win.
I actually think Cody should go over. You get all the hype. He's got a clock. You got to put the man over.
I think the cell should go over them.
Holy shit.
And I think this is Seth Rollins' first cell match. That's that horrible one against Bray Wyatt.
Oh shit! He's got to wipe that shit out of his mouth.
I don't think I could be wrong, but I don't think he's been in a Hell in a Cell match since that one.
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago. It's probably not. Bianca.
Why was Bray Wyatt telling people not to talk to Vince McMahon?
I didn't know he was.
I read something like that. Steven, did you read the same article?
No, I thought I read something that Bray Wyatt may be coming back soon.
Yeah, I thought he said it's the time is up or the time is ready, something like that. Time is coming.
And it came.
Cryptic message. Yeah.
You know what I predict? He is going to control his own narrative.
Okay. Cool.
Bianca Belair versus Asuka versus Becky Lynch in the triple threat match for the women's championship.
I think Asuka's gonna win.
I think
When did Bianca Belair win the title?
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
Duh. Jeez.
I don't watch
Hello. Earth to wrestling host. I mean, come on. Come on.
Obviously.
I say Becky Lynch is taken.
Yeah, I'd say Becky Lynch too is gonna get the belt.
I think Asuka will win it, and then Money in the Bank, Becky Lynch will win Money in the Bank.
Steven just wants her to be looking more like RoboCop, so she had like this metal thing around her waist.
He wants to see that booty.
Visor.
Then Asuka will get pregnant and hand the title to
Have a T-bar.
What?
Exactly. Forget Money in the Bank. I want money in the booty.
Oh my god.
Booty.
Whoa.
Obviously.
Lexar.
It's a dirty man over here. I was thinking of taking it out to the malt shop.
Say the 1950s, Lexar. You can't talk to women like that. Good gosh.
Bobby Lashley versus almost an MVP in a 2-on-1 handicap match. This one's going to be a barn burner.
Lexar thinks he's on Mad Men or something. He's like, look at that dame over there.
Hey, Toots.
See?
Hey, tits. I'm the mighty Lexar. Maybe you heard of.
I'm going with. I don't even like Bobby Lashley, but there's no way I can root for him almost.
I could almost root for him.
Why not?
Guy fucking sucks. I do like MVP though.
Vote for MVP.
Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens.
Ezekiel.
I think Ezekiel will win.
Ezekiel.
I'd rather see Kevin Owens.
They've done a lot with Kevin Owens since that big thing with Austin, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like, re-sign Owens, you're going to get a match with Austin. He's like, hell yeah. Then what happens? You'll lose to
Austin feels
fake
bad
brother
about it.
Then what
I
happens?
think he feels bad about it afterwards. He's like, man, they talked this kid into resigning, and here he is feuding with Ezekiel.
Stand up for yourself.
He's like lower mid card right now.
And he signed a contract too, so.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean anything. He can still
Put his
fire him.
name on the dotted line. But I mean, really, the AEW can't have everybody.
Yes, they can.
They can't have me.
Yeah, but he could have went to Power
or controlled his narrative.
I control my own.
Could have went to GCW and fought in a fucking no ropes barbed wire pizza cutter match.
Mm-hmm.
And ripped his veins open for 8 people.
8, come on now. Lexar's going to be there. 9.
Theory versus Mustafa Ali. Man, am I really interested in this?
I know everyone's excited.
Theory's gonna win. I think I'd put everything.
Has Ali ever won?
No.
Not since they requested that release. They were like, okay, you want to go?
No wonder no one's buying tickets to this. Who the hell wants to go pay to see this show?
They said Chicago sold out.
Isn't this
yeah,
the show
it
they
is.
moved it because no one bought tickets?
Oh, look at Lexar. You're talking about his girl here, the WWE.
Oh.
He's like, they said they're sold out.
Yeah, but then they went to like an armory or something.
I'm sorry, Lexar. He really looks mad at me. I'm intimidated right now. I feel bad that I even went there.
Just tell him your address so he can burn it down.
No, I'm sorry, Lexar. You're my man. Oh my goodness.
And then we also have Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan versus the Judgment Day. It's Damian Priest and Rhea.
The Judgment Day is gonna win.
Judgment Day.
I think Judgment
Is
Day will
anyone
win, but
gonna
that's
doubt?
not what I want.
This is maybe the only one I'm surprised isn't in Hell in a Cell after the battle they've had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Forrest L. Custodian says, loving the JJ dance. Loving the
Thank
JJ
you.
dance. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Loving the JJ dance. Andrews Horseshoe says, here are some clean t-shirts. Can you give me the knuckle shuffle on the piss pump, please?
Oh my lord.
good
What's the
exchange.
matter with these fans? What?
They just reenacted what Lexo did.
Oh my goodness.
Patrick Howe says, I want Christian Cage to return to WWE.
Wow, you're the only one.
Oh,
Look at Lexar's. I like that. Lexar's getting in.
There you go. It's infectious.
I'm like losing my mind or something. And then he says he should return, and then Christian Cage should win the Royal Rumble and then win the world title at WrestleMania.
Wow.
He's cool.
What's wrong with this guy?
Then he says Bound for Glory is his third favorite pay-per-view of the year.
Wow.
So first there's WrestleMania, then there's Double or Nothing, then there's Bound for Glory.
This here is my story.
What?
Wow. Bound for Glory.
All out comes before Bound for Glory because that's Bound for Glory is in October. All
Yeah,
out.
but-
since
Our
September.
women here kind of hoary. Woo. Bound for Glory.
All out.
Our matches might get gory. Ah, Bound for Glory.
He said it's number 3. All of the companies and all of the pay-per-views, Bound for Glory is number 3.
Funk Brothers, Terry and Gory.
You don't give a shit about All In or All Out.
They were bound for glory. But this here, it's our story. We're bound for glory. Question number 2.
Number 2.
Thoughts on Jeff Hardy reportedly a mess. I don't understand.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't see
talked
this.
about it
It
earlier.
looked
Yeah, I'm pretty
fine.
sure he's banged up. I don't think he's on anything.
Yeah, I think he's good.
I think he's just old and like,
And beat
Yeah.
up.
yeah.
I don't think he's like on it. I thought he looked, for his age and all the abuse he's taken, I actually thought he looked good on the show.
He's like 45.
Yeah, he's
And
almost
at
old as me.
45, he does a swanton onto his opponent.
I
on
mean,
the
I
stairs.
do swantons when I'm fighting in the streets. But
That was 1-6 spot. I'll tell you that.
that was nuts. My favorite moment of Hangman Page's title reign.
lost
When he
the
got
battle.
beat.
Yeah, that was good though, honestly.
Sorry,
And it-
I'm sorry. He just was a failure. I've got to say this. Hangman Page, although I did like the heelish things he was doing during the match against Punk. I
Yeah,
thought he has the potential to being a great heel if he just embraces it rather than trying to be this bland baby face.
I like him.
I want to
personally.
see CM Punk versus Kenny Omega.
I do too. I was saying this earlier. I want to see Omega return,
Yes, me too. Because I hate him, but
but he's great at that role. He's a
He's
guy
great
you
at it.
hate and you want to like MJF.
now that MJF is gonna be gone, he should just come back.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'd say that's the only disappointment I would say on the pay-per-view. I was surprised he lost the title. Am I wrong, by the way? But I think Adam Page is the winner for the short reign. It felt a little short.
It was short, but I personally was a big fan of Punk winning it. I'm a Punk fan. Favorite. We did that one. AEW star Jake Atlas was recently arrested for domestic assault on his partner of several years. Should he be fired?
Why?
Well, he probably will, I assume. What is this you're showing? Is that dig?
That doesn't have to. Having personal problems with somebody doesn't mean that you have to get fired from a job.
Yeah, but it looks bad on the company if they have someone who was beating their
Because
girlfriend.
he slapped the guy or some shit like that.
I don't know what happened.
Stupid. He was hitting on a girl, and the guy didn't like that, so he made a comment, and he got slapped. That was it.
Jake Atlas is gay. He was hitting a guy.
Oh, I didn't.
He was hitting on a girl. That's why the guy got mad that Atlas was hitting on a girl instead of.
I see.
Yeah, something like that. Complicated shit.
I've smacked Ninja around a few times. In our personal life. And we've been partners for 16 years or 17 years or something.
Sounds like what the world needs now is love, sweet love.
Yeah, Chain 2. Look forward to
it. You're gonna get slapped.
Thoughts on Tony's a lot of the stuff we've already covered. Thoughts on Simone Johnson, daughter of Dwayne The Rock Johnson's new name, Ava Rain. This is one person that nothing against her, but the main reason you're bringing her in is because she's the son of The Rock, the daughter of The Rock. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think you want to hide that fact, do you?
Of course. She's the son.
Oh, I could have called her Flexi Cabana, instead of Flexi.
Jordan Connor, what you're doing?
Kylie Breaker.
Cabana
is over there playing with his Atari game.
Samoa Johnson.
Pebbles.
WWE doesn't take on family names. Look at Braun Breaker and Michael McGillicuddy.
Yeah, but then they'll still acknowledge it. Makes no sense.
I know. They're like, he's his son, probably, maybe.
Thoughts on WWE not selling enough tickets to Money in the Bank? That's that's not good. But it did seem like a real lackluster show when I was reading. Do you agree that the AEW tag division is insane right now, and the least interested team happens to be champions? No, actually, I like them. I like this team, but they have good matches. Have you watched Obi-Wan Kenobi? I have not.
I haven't watched it yet. So.
Heard it's good.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it.
It looks good to me from the previews. I do have the Disney Plus. I do need to start.
What the hell are you waiting for?
I don't know.
I need to expire.
No, I just.
What are you watching? Lion King and Pinocchio.
Jack has Disney minus.
I watched Star Trek the other day. Star Trek.
Okay.
Jean-Luc.
The movie,
Picard.
the show, what?
The show.
The original show.
The comic strip.
There's a lot to pick there.
The Next Generation.
I don't fucking know. You just say Star Trek. That could be like 8,000 different things.
I think you should drop Disney Plus and get the Impact Plus again.
Intra, are you on drugs?
Dixieland.
I'm just really tired. Really tired.
He's more messed up than Jeff Hardy. Someone's got to shoot Penn Incher.
Incher won't make it to the bunkhouse.
Exactly. He's not going to be last man casting.
It's not in effect yet. It's not in effect yet.
We forgot to mention this about Andrade's bringing in Roosh.
Yeah.
I personally would just drop everyone else with Andrade. That is like just the total shit faction. It blows, and just do Andrade and Roosh. That's a good team. Everyone else hit the bricks. They don't go. None of them go together. It's just a mishmash of random
Los
people.
Ingobernables de AEW.
Let's see here. What are our predictions on this? NXT. Did this already happen? NXT in your house?
It's next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
All right.
This is Nikhil, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Nikhil.
What? This is a fine question. We're a wrestling show and predicting an upcoming special event.
But we never watch NXT.
I never miss an episode.
I told him this.
I think I'm the only one here that watch NXT.
Well, Geraldine
can answer.
Yeah, and
Tony,
I watch it.
I watch every second of it. Tony D'Angelo, Channy, Stacks, Lorenzo, of course, everyone loves Stacks, and Troy times Donovan. I mean, it's a fucking badass team versus Legado del Fantasma, of course, of Santos Escobar, Cruz del Toro, and Joaquin Wilde. Who do you think's going to win this? And of course, they're accompanied by Electra Lopez. The losing team joins the winning team's family.
You know who they are.
Of course I know who they are. I'm saying, Legado del Fantasma team.
I think Legado del Fantasma will win it.
See, we're on the same page here. Mandy Rose is defending her women's. I'm not even reading this. I just know it off the top of my head. Mandy Rose defend her women's title versus Wendy Chu. I mean, it's friggin' common knowledge to anybody who calls themselves a wrestling fan. I don't think Mandy's keeping the title.
I wonder how many calories JJ's burning each stream of this movement.
JJ Dillon?
No, Jonathan Jackson. Sorry.
JJ.
What do you think, Mandy Rose and Wendy Chu? I'm going with Mandy.
I'm all Wendy Chu, baby.
Choo choo.
Choo train.
Toxic Attraction versus Katana Chance and Hayden Carter for the NXT Women's title.
Wait, what?
That's the attraction.
Toxic Attraction.
I'm saying Toxic keeps it. Braun Breaker defends the NXT Championship versus Joe Gacy.
Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker.
Breaker's gonna break him. He likes to break things, ain't you?
So no titles changing hands.
Pretty Deadly Elton Prince and Kit Wilson will defend the NXT tag titles versus the Creed brothers of Brutus Creed. You think?
So if Braun Breaker's in his kitchen and he's trying to fix him like a glass of OJ, and he drops the glass and breaks it, does he get happy?
He starts dancing like Jonathan Jackson.
Oh man!
He's like, yeah, breaking shit.
He likes to break stuff.
Cameron Grimes versus Carmelo Hayes with Trick Williams.
If Braun Breaker's with his girlfriend and he just decides he doesn't want to be with her anymore and he breaks up with her.
Oh, I thought you said he just breaks her in half. He just breaks her over his knee. He's like, fuck this bitch. Don't do that, Incher. I don't condone that kind of stuff. What the hell, man? Fucking psychopath over here.
I wasn't saying that at all.
Crazy, man.
I was saying like break up the relationship
with the backbreaker.
I saying Cameron Grimes keeps the title.
Yeah, I'm with Cameron.
See,
Cameron, the girl that was with Naomi's, and
why isn't she on Fox News with fucking the pterodactyl guy?
Maybe they'll bring them both in now and just make them into a group.
That's true. Do you think Gargano and Candice LeRae will join AEW?
Yep.
Probably.
I think they'll join Power. NWA.
Freddie Prinze Jr.'s wrestling arcade's gonna need some people. Maybe they'll join that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Will you watch The Forbidden Door? I will.
Mm-hmm.
Forbidden Door. Is it really that forbidden though? When they've always kind of worked with each other. I mean,
they didn't for a long time. That was hence the name.
Like maybe a year.
Yeah, but it's only been around 3 years.
In New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Yeah, but they wouldn't work with AEW. That's what was the whole point of the whole idea of the Forbidden Door.
And then they bought ROH, and they're like, "Oh, I guess we got to work with these guys."
Well, they were doing it. They were working with them before that.
Who you got there, Vic?
This is Pablo. This is Face Kitten. He's not much of a kitten anymore.
Pablo.
Like
He was meowing. He was outside and I heard him. So
He wanted to come and say hello to the Headyverse.
Be on the show.
Exactly.
Okay, Jack. Time for me to tap out. However, it is the two. I'll talk about anniversaries. It is the 2-year anniversary that you've been doing video casts. It was about May 28. I was just looking at your page there, your In Your Head page. May 28, 2020, you had your first In Your Head video cast. So I just wanted to wish you a happy anniversary with that.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that, Steven.
Good
man. I wasn't even aware of such a thing.
Have a good rest of the show, and
thank you.
Tap out.
You as well. Have a good night. Sleep well.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Steven.
2 years, Incher. We've been doing this video thing, a bajiggy dog. Yeah.
Wait, so what's the 10 years Songman's talking about?
Since he's been writing music.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What was your first song, man?
I can barely remember which one it was.
What?
I bet it was the one about me beating up Jack.
Oh, so it's a lie?
Beating what, Jack?
Oh.
Well, I remember.
I mean, that's why I gave him that T-shirt.
I know most about Jackie Jones is I love the way Jackie Jones cuts the bread. I love the way he makes the bed. I love the way he rides the sled. I love the way he hosts his In Your Head.
Yeah! That's music. You're a good man, Songman. Hope to see you again sometime. I've met Songman in person a couple times.
Now, it's funny you bring that up, by the way, because that's saved for tomorrow for the memories that I have saved.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yep. That's still saved. And
Let's see.
Ronnie, of course, is in it.
Yeah, that's right. The three of us.
Next week's it's gonna be 3 years.
Holy shit! Really? I thought it seems like a little while ago.
Because next week I'll be going this year's trip, which will be to Indianapolis, unfortunately, instead of Providence.
So I've met 4 people here on the show. I've met Goosey, Songman, Vic, Incher.
Yeah, our meeting lasted about 17 seconds.
Yeah, I know. Like Goosey's like, I get the hell out of here. I can't be seen with this guy.
Was on my way to the GCW show that G
Let's
Raver,
get Lexar excited.
G Raver, the one where he cut his fucking artery. Nearly died in the fucking ring. That was interesting.
Jesus.
Man.
That's G Raver.
It's a really violent sport.
Favorite song by the band Styx?
Mr. Robot.
The jig is up.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. I can't. What is that song? Renegade.
I like Bop.
I don't think they sing Bop.
What?
Yeah, I don't think they do that one.
What are your favorite memories of Ray Liotta? Passed away earlier this week. I know it's cliche, but Goodfellas.
Damn, that's cliche.
Field of Dreams. He was great in Field of Dreams. He was Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Hard to beat Goodfellas for me. One of the best movies ever made.
Goodfellas is a good one.
He was in B Movie and GTA Vice City, I believe.
Yeah. Then he was Unlawful Entry. Remember that one?
Probably really good in Hot Breakers with Sigourney Weaver and Jennifer.
Yeah, all this other bullshit. It's Goodfellas. I think that's.
He made Adidas tracksuit, so cool.
It's the Queen's Jubilee this Friday. What the fuck?
Who cares about that bitch?
As a result, the whole country is off Thursday and Friday, What are your favorite memories of the Queen? What the fuck?
From the UK or which Queen are we talking about?
The rock band.
Queen Selena.
I love me some.
I like
I
the
love,
Sex Pistol song.
I love me
I'll
some
say the
Freddie
Queen.
Mercury and Flame to Vegas.
Intriguing favorite memories of Queen Elizabeth?
It's too many to count, really. I mean,
I prefer Bathory.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to get going. I have some shit to do in the morning.
All right, good night, Geraldine.
Geraldine, bye
Guys, have
bye.
a
Everyone
good
get
night.
ready for
No.
Jack and Geraldine coming up.
Later,
See
Geraldine.
you later.
Good night.
Care.
I must step out too.
What?
What? You see
Yeah.
how he does this? He's like Geraldine's.
I gotta go tap out too.
I'll stay the whole show when doing the Punkhead
All right, good man, Lexar. You're a good man.
I wonder if there's any
Bye-bye,
cash
Alexa.
prize for that. Is there a prize?
Well,
Of course there is.
yeah, pride. Petty pride.
Bragging rights.
Bragging rights. You could say, Incha, I lasted longer than you, boy. What if I tap out during the show? Everyone loses.
Well,
what's
I'm
your
the
internet
fourth
connection,
too.
Sam?
I gotta be tapping out too.
All right.
Yeah.
Lightweight.
Take care. I'll see you next week.
No
See
Irish.
you later, song man.
I had McDonald's today. What did you eat? He lives in fucking England. He's eating fucking McDonald's. I did notice that when I was in London. Everywhere you went, it was fucking McDonald's and KFC and Domino's. And I
It's
was
big
like,
in Japan too.
It's because of the fucking
Lord.
Queen. She loves McDonald's.
I had a place called Cheddar's. You all have Cheddar's?
Yeah, we got a cheddar.
Okay, it's pretty good.
I had some noodles and company. It was pretty good. I always like good noodles and company.
Does yours cheddar still have the onion rings though?
Oh, I don't know.
They discontinued them here, which broke my
Ooh.
heart.
That sucks. Yeah, their onion rings was pretty slamming. See, the one that we went to is down in Ashland, so it's in Ashland, Kentucky, so it's a little ways from us. But that's the only one that we have around here. But yeah, I do. My dad would get the onion rings, and they're pretty awesome from there. Jackie Jones, are you an onion rings fan?
I like onion rings. I don't eat them.
Jonathan Jackson, do you like onion rings with ketchup?
I like wearing them.
Oh yeah, but I'm with Chatters. Get them shits out of here.
You don't like cheddars?
I don't have a Chatters over here.
Jackson's a
You like cheddar, Stellar Steven?
I don't think I've tried it yet.
No. Goosey,
Do I like what?
cheddars. Do you have a
I've never heard of Cheddar's.
I've
Never heard of cheddars.
Is it like Hardee's or Carl's Jr.?
It's like
McDonald's.
No, it's not like an old.
McDowell's.
Kind of
I don't know either, Goose. I don't know what.
maybe like a TGI Fridays.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I've never. I don't think there's anything like that close to where I'm
Jack's loving it already. It's like,
Is it better than
No, I mean, you
Applebee's?
guys just love like these chains. I don't know.
Yeah. Does
I
it
do
mean-
find it strange that they banned onion rings of all things. Why onion
I
rings?
think whenever
Yeah, why they had a
Mac would sing their song that you'll never break the chain, I think that's what they're talking about, Jack. You'll
What?
never break the chain.
Of
what?
onion rings?
Because we love the chain.
God, never wants some onion.
I realized today I've never seen the movie Kindergarten Cop. What are your favorite memories of Kindergarten Cop?
Actually,
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, we're
I'm out of here.
actually,
Pulling a kindergarten
God.
cop reference.
Are we still on the kills?
Yeah, but it's only a couple more. Then the rest will fly by. We don't.
I don't think I've seen it, but it actually was an Easter egg in Silent Hill. I think the original game.
I went and saw. I actually saw it at the theater
They based
when I was a teenager.
they based the classrooms on Kindergarten Cop.
I think everyone's favorite moment of Kindergarten Cop is it's not a Tulma. Come on.
Whenever girls have vaginas, boys have penises, or
What
whatever.
the hell kind of talk is this, Incher?
Whoa, that's
Hey,
not
Arnold.
kindergarten.
Those dirty talk.
Arnold goes, thanks for the tip.
The tip of his
tip of what?
penis?
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh God, tip as in.
Tip your waitress.
Oh, jeez.
With your
I don't
penis?
even feel like it tonight. I don't even feel like
Wardlow is finally all elite. He's so over.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree.
Nice question.
I watched your Cody Rhodes segment from Raw. I feel the WWE is the perfect place for him. And all his stuff is so scripted. Plus, he's a little traitor rat.
Mhm.
Oh.
True.
Do you find it weird SummerSlam is in July instead of August? I mean, it's still summer, so it's fun.
Close.
I didn't
enough,
realize
guess.
it was in July, though.
When will we get Winter Slam? That's what I want to know.
Hell yeah.
I want like Thanksgiving throwdown or some shit.
Actually, AEW at Winter is coming a while back.
Yeah, I remember that. Sting was all involved.
Winter Slam.
Seasons
Seasons beatings. WWE seasons beatings.
Remember when they did Taboo Tuesday?
Yeah, whatever
Taboo
happened. We need to
Tuesday.
do Taboo Tuesday here, Incher.
They can't do it anymore. They don't have tout.
Yeah, but we're here Tuesdays. We could put up a bunch of we should plan this after
The talent reference.
we put up a bunch of polls and whatever they vote, we gotta do.
Speaking of polls, Jack.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Finally, Incher.
Hey, I
Turner
prefer
left there
Pollock.
over here.
I prefer
I
the
watched a
Pollock.
match where they had silver dollars on a poll
Oh
between
man.
John Tenta and Big Bubba.
This is a hell of a match. I remember.
I just remember I was just watching it and I was just fixed to the TV thinking, what the hell? Which one of these guys is actually going to climb the pole? There's no way either one of them can climb this
They're gonna
damn
bend the
pole.
pole.
Was that for
And
their payday?
amazingly enough, Jimmy Hart got up and climbed the pole and got
Hell
the
yeah.
dollars.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, I never would have figured he could
Get
do
it
it.
together, baby.
Get it together, baby. It's marathon. I can't do it.
What's your favorite memory of the
Silver
pole
dollars.
match?
No.
There's silver dollar.
Got one more silver dollar. Never gonna stop. You think the Ring of Honor, sorry. Do you think Ring of Honor will get a TV deal?
I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Yeah.
It'll be on like sci-fi or some shit.
I think so. He's got the connections.
It'll be like Pawn Stars leading into Ring of Honor wrestling.
All righty. Christian Calero, also known as Lexar, wants to know. So we're off the Lexar didn't even stay for his own questions.
Damn shame.
Charlotte Flair and Andrade married last week. Did you see the photos and videos of their romantic evening?
No.
Photos, maybe. Video.
I think Ric Flair was in those photos and Unmasked Rey Mysterio.
Is he in the JJ position when they were consummating the marriage?
He was
And
giving
just
them
walks out
pointers.
going, woo!
He's right there, like, no, you're doing it wrong.
Oh, Lord.
Would that be weird
This is
if your
getting
dad
dark.
was giving your partner like
just shut up. I don't even want to know that. This is bad.
I say good for them. Good for them. I hope they're happy.
I disavow.
Lexar, Cody Rhodes' theme was playing during AEW Fan Fest in Las Vegas over the weekend. The crowd booed. And once the song silenced, the crowd cheered. WWE also had a moving billboard truck with an image of Cody Rhodes promoting Money in the Bank. Is this fair or foul? What?
It is foul.
Okay.
Awful.
Let's say, fuck that bitch.
Welcome.
Game Changer Wrestling is going to have their deathmatch tournament of survival this Saturday. Predict on who's going to win. Well, may help if you let us know who's in this fucker.
Show us the card.
I think
Nick Gage is gonna win. That's it.
I think the guy who's last is going to win.
I think Abdul the Butcher is gonna run in and take it all.
You mean Roland?
All right. Let's.
What if he made a? What? You know, they always talk about who's DDP gonna save. What if DDP saved Abdul the Butcher? And he comes out, he's all slender and he's fucking doing like moonsaults and stuff.
That would be a miracle.
Old Curry.
Lexard, independent wrestler accused GCW. I mentioned this actually earlier. This was the Ron thing, Dirty Ron.
Yeah.
He actually showed had the screenshots of their interaction, and the guy owns Game Changer. He's like, hey, I need some COVID tests. Yeah. And so it's something that it's obviously it's just something that this guy does normally, like makes fake COVID tests. But like he totally turned himself in too. It's very bizarre. Like, why would you do this? I think like if this would go anywhere, like that's probably like from my understanding, I think it's a felony to just like make fake tests.
I've got the entrance for this tournament.
All right, who are they?
Drew Parker.
You see why you're so cruel. Why'd you do this?
Rina Yamashita.
Oh shit!
Hard. What?
I'm sure that was pronounced correctly.
Toru Segura.
Oh yeah. That's a
I know who Matt Tremont is. He's that.
I know him too. Yeah, he burned himself or something in a match.
Yeah. Something called the Hoodfoot.
Who? What is he called?
Hoodfoot.
Hoodfoot. That's a hell of a name.
Sounds like he's in the Reckoning.
Could you imagine just like wearing like I think of like the Cobra Commander, the hood, not the domed one. He's just got like his feet have hoods on them.
How would that even work?
I don't know. I'm intrigued by Hoodfoot.
There's something called Slate.
Slay. All right. I think that was in that Goldberg movie.
Yeah. Shane Mercer.
Man, these are some fucking names.
And Cole Radrick. Ooh.
Wow. He's a legend in the GCW.
Fucking. I don't know. I go for Hoodfoot.
I'm gonna say Tremont. He's the only person I've heard of.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for Hood.
I like them all. I can't choose.
Yeah.
Hoodfoot Mo Atlas.
I still think Bo Curry can make a run in.
Who's
Drew Carey?
This Yamashita is a woman.
Bull Curry, not Drew.
Here's Hoodfoot. He's not. I mean, he's all right, I guess. I don't know what I was expecting, but he just looks like a wrestler. I mean, he looks pretty tough, I guess.
Yeah.
What's that tough with a name like that?
He didn't live up to my expectations. I was thinking, I don't know. I was like, man, Hoodfoot, this guy's got to be fucking badass. I don't know. Hoodfoot. All right. Well, sounds like a hell of a show.
Yeah, I'm rushing out to pay $29.99 to watch it.
Lexar is going down to. He rented a room to go see. This week the talk show The Real will end. No one gives a fuck. Not one person gives one single solitary fuck.
Yep, that's the right answer.
What's up, Hassan Terrell in the chat room?
Who?
Hassan Terrell.
Hell yeah, I think that's Hoodfoot.
Hey.
Hoodfoot, welcome to the show.
Hell yeah!
We're
feel
big
like a
fans.
little
Look at Hoodfoot. What a fucking.
Ellen DeGeneres show has ended last week. How We Remember has a host. And as a
good
person.
riddance.
Don't care.
As a dictator.
Yeah, I heard she's a real bitch.
She'll always be Dory to me. From
I see her in the background.
Yeah, right up there. There she is.
I heard she's gay.
Some natural blue.
Right?
Why is
Shocker.
Dobbs Dean Maya so angry at Liverpool fans?
Let's ask Dobbs.
Yeah, he's
Actually-
not here, bitch.
I'm actually glad she.
You could have like a conversation with Dobbs, but he doesn't have very many like comprehensible thoughts. So
What? He's a very. I spent time. I met Dobbs too. Dobbs was happy to see me, unlike Incher.
most of the time he's just like he just
met him
threatens
in
you to
London.
fights.
He
He's like,
took he
"Fight me."
took us. Well, he took us to this really Camden, which was like this place where people buy heroin and stuff. I'm not sure why.
One of my favorite guitarists was actually on the Ellen show, Andy Clark, St. Vincent. So that's a memory.
Stellar Steven loves Ellen.
Yeah.
Well, I like Andy Clark, but
He loves Ellen like Jack does. You guys can talk
Can't
about
get
it.
fuck enough. Fuck that bitch.
I was tossing Lexar a bone.
Fuck Ellen. Fuck The View. Fuck all this shit you watch. You know what? I tease you guys about your chain restaurants. That's way better than watching this shit.
Well, you can't watch it now. It's all over.
Good.
I think YouTubers are better. Wang's probably better than that.
Yeah, we need
Jack
more.
loves the wang.
My goodness.
And Wang's always flying at Incher's mouth.
Yeah, you'd like
Bone or boneless?
I don't know. I never said I'd like him or not. It's just you said it like you were like AEW when who was this guy Homer Matthews came out or whatever.
Oh,
Take shit.
It's Homer LeDrew. And everybody's like, oh
me.
You're like, you don't know Wang. What the fuck? Are you some piece of shit? I was like, oh, I've never heard of him. I'm sorry. It's true. And he's like, you dumb motherfucker.
Damn.
If you were here, I'd shoot you. I was like,
My
oh
goodness.
shit.
Yeah, it is a shootable offense.
Can Jack and Annabelle watch and review the Bob Burgers movie? Actually, we might. Actually, I like Bob's Burgers. And Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. That's just being made, but I would. Yeah, I think we'd actually probably well review that if that actually plays at theaters.
I want to see what Tigger looks like.
Are you a beach person? These questions are way worse than Nikhil's.
I don't know. Nikhil's
Are you a beach person or a river person?
Fuck,
like
I actually don't
NXT.
like the beach. Let's not. Since I've lost weight, I walk at the beach a lot, but I actually prefer the beach at night when no one's
you
there.
like the train tracks?
Because the freaks come out at
The
night.
train tracks is actually
The
goes
freaks
right by
come
the
out
beach.
at night.
It's a good place to fight some hobos.
Not around here. I don't have to put up with that shit.
All right, thank you for asking all the questions, Jack. It was a good time.
Here we
I
just
really
got a
liked it.
couple more. Honestly, do you shop more? Here's but I'm just I'll skip some of these bullshit, Lexar.
What the hell is these? Do you shop at Walmart?
At Amazon or eBay. I
Both.
use both, honestly.
Both.
Whichever one I can get a better deal.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And Lexar's next question: do you wipe with one ply or two?
Definitely 2-ply.
Over or under on the roll?
Do you hate when things drop on the floor? No, I
Great
fucking love it, Lexar. When I make my dinner, I throw it on the floor first.
Yeah, I take my mashed potatoes and I just
throw it on the ground.
Then I fucking lay down and just lick it off the ground.
Happy birthday, bitch.
I hate when my foot hits the floor. I'd like to levitate.
Your toes ever get numb?
Can you truly say that you love yourself? This is Dobbs' question. Incher, can prediction before I get to the question, Incher. Will Dobbs redeem himself with this question? What do you think? No, I think you might be right, actually. Can you truly say that you love yourself if you have never tried to suck your own cock?
Well, we're not all Lanny Pop.
I didn't know if anyone would understand what that meant.
Oh, fuck.
So I thought I'd clean it up.
I got it.
Oh.
Robert Budzinski.
What? Sorry.
Do you have a poop knife?
What?
I don't know.
I thought that was the yardstick. That's why your parents had a yardstick in the
Tyler Stevens, where is your happy place? Right here with the Hittyverse.
Yeah.
Well, you
the movie theater. That's your happy place.
I do actually really enjoy the movie theater.
Eating my dinner off the floor. That's fine.
Oh man, the only thing
Like
that
that
makes
movie
lasagna
audition.
better.
Goosey's doing the Hasselhoff. He's eating a burger.
You were
off
just
the
eat
floor.
from a doggy bowl as an audition.
If you ran a wrestling themed restaurant, this is a good question. What would your famous dish be, and what wrestler would it be named after? That's a good one.
Mm.
I do make a really good lasagna, but who would I name that after?
The San Martino was on there.
Yeah, that's a good one. Give me the Bruno.
No, the perfect
Booker T sausage.
No,
Oh, man. The BBC. Okay.
Oh my.
Oh my God, he's enough. What the hell? He's not last man. Captain, is he?
The Rock's pie, I guess.
Whoa. Steven's eating the strudel. Can Intra post his vinyl collection on Facebook?
He just laughed. He can't laugh.
What conspiracy theories do you believe in? I think the internet's ruined. I used to get a kick out of this stuff, but once like people really took all this stuff seriously, it's not as fun anymore.
I think JFK is the most believable one because there's so much to go with there.
9/11.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
If OIB, this is Jonathan Jackson. If OIB injured himself trying to give a low blow to Jack, does that mean Jack has balls of steel? Or Intra has glass jobber arms like Matt Cardona? So yeah, he man, wouldn't you feel lame if you tore your bicep hitting a dude in the nuts?
That's what he did. GCW.
I'm not saying nothing, but usually when you get muscle tears like that, it's because you're doing the steroids.
Yeah, as Vince McMahon, he ripped both quads sitting up.
Just jumping in the ring.
Jonathan Jackson, how happy were you when last weekend the most prestigious title in wrestling changed hands? The Impact Digital Media Championship. This is just stop. This is like The View or something. This is like Lexar watching The View. Impact having the Digital Media Championship.
Yeah.
Even if you called it something else, that name is so rotten.
Internet championship.
Matt Cardona lost it to Rich Swann. Woohoo.
Which is likely to happen first? Jack and Incher hit the hot tubs, or Jack and Incher on the train tracks? Hot damn.
Hot tub.
Hot tubs.
Time machine. Yeah, he's got a real fear of the train tracks. I think he'd just start pissing himself if we were here. Tyler Stevens, what kind of French fries do you use to cover yourself with?
Whoa.
Whatever's handy.
Yeah.
But to really, cover everything up, you need like some fucking baked potatoes.
I like curly fries.
Curly fries are good.
Just to
Wrap them right around.
Yeah, wrap them right around my ears.
You could throw onion rings like a ring toss.
Yeah. Lay down, Jack. Let me.
This will be at HeadyCon.
Yeah. Take your pants off and get comfortable.
Oh, Jesus.
Then you eat them with doing the PAFO. It all works out. Tyler,
wow.
Stevens, what's the biggest wrestling mud show that you have attended?
Apparently, Eddie Con here.
I don't know. Honestly, I think all the wrestling, even the small ones, have always been fun.
Yeah, usually if you attended live, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Definitely that GCW show I went to, the arena.
Oh, yeah, and the guy was bleeding. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the arena was like a
I guess
old bar.
The fan fest we went to when they had in Atlanta, because the other ones had the wrestling in the hotel, which is kind of, but it was very fun actually. But the one in Atlanta, they had it in this big barn, and it had no air conditioning, and it was so hot.
I went to a bar show that was pretty good. I wouldn't call it a much show.
No, I wouldn't either. Yeah, I've been to a few, like Dragon Gate USA was in a bar. It was actually really fun. Jonathan Jackson, do you think the recent spike in views was because of all the Wang talk? Could be. Although I did not put him
Sounds like a conspiracy theory to me.
Maybe I should have put him in the hashtags.
Yeah, he's with the House of Black. That's why I'm a big fan.
I will say the hits really went up when someone quit the show, though. I don't mean Incher here tonight. I meant quit being part of the Headyverse.
All this time, that's what they were waiting for.
Could have been. Dobbs Dean Maya. Me and Troy are cool because we listen to The Weeknd, but Jack hates him. What the fuck? I don't think I ever said I hated him. I just didn't know who he was. I think if memory serves me, I believe I said that he did a good job at the halftime show. I just didn't know who he was all.
I think he might have been in the Uncut Gems movie, but I'm not sure about that. They definitely referenced him.
That's a good movie. Dobbs Dean Maya. Name some name some things that make you go,
Jag make that sound.
Wrestling makes me go, whoa. Did you like the Hacksaw heel turn? Nope. When had Jim Duggan. When Hacksaw Jim Duggan joined Team Canada? No, I thought that sucked.
Oh, that was TNA.
Well, no, it was WCW.
Oh shit! There's more than one Team Canada.
The original Team Canada, WCW.
My goodness.
Tyler Stevens, does Jack think that WWE will come knocking on his door for the Macho Man hat? It's possible. If they knew, I mean, it's possible. I have the Macho Man hat that he wore at WrestleMania 10. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna wear it on the show sometime.
What match was that? The WrestleMania 10 that he wrestled.
I don't know who he. I just know there was the silver and black checker. Tyler Stevens, favorite song by Kamala. Well, there's two that I love, but I guess if I had to pick the one, it's probably Push It and Pull It. Push it and pull it. They're both amazing, though.
Great selection.
Mm-hmm. I think they're both good love-making tunes. Dobbs Dean Maya. What is Incher's obsession with Wang? He just loves the Wang.
Yeah, that's why he left. He just wants to see more Wang.
He's like, I gotta go get Wang. Who's better, Wang or Quang? Quang for sure. I have an IHOP menu that's this true. An IHOP menu that's signed by Quang the Ninja, Typhoon, and Atom Bomb. My brother's girlfriend was working at IHOP at the time, or the overnight shift, and they came in after a WWE show, and they all signed a menu for her. Then she gave it to me. But I like that it's not signed Savio Vega and Tugboat, or it's signed Quang the Ninja, Typhoon, and Atom Bomb.
That's pretty cool.
Tyler Stevens, if you walked in on Lanny doing the PAFO, what would you do? Fucking get my phone out. Fucking
join in.
Give me some tips. Start throwing money rings.
I got you for 3 minutes of playtime.
But yeah, I'd start recording that shit. Be like, hell yeah.
Soul's ready.
This is gonna be a great start for the In Your Head TikTok. Imagine the animated GIF.
He's in his own head.
Dobbs Dean Maya. What are your favorite memories of Dobbs? I met him in England. He's a good man. We drank coffee together. He was wearing a Sting shirt, the wrestler.
Does he still want to fight everybody?
No, he's a very kind man, very gentle lover. He's a very, very calm man in reality.
He never hangs around the chat around this time, though.
The thing is, he's in England, so it's like 6 a.m. for him at the moment. So.
Nah, he can skip work.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. Well, there you go. That's all the questions for the evening. Thank you, good friends and pals, amigos, compadres. You're good men.
Hell yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
So, got a question.
Hassan Terrell says that he likes Ruby Soho and Sky Blue. That's an interesting combination.
Yeah, they're very endearing.
Interesting. Gogo says he read that Tigger cannot be in the Winnie the Pooh horror film because Disney owns the rights to Tigger.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Tigger was in the original books.
Well, apparently they still own the rights to Tigger till 2026. He's saying
he resigned his contract.
he's like Mustafa Ali of the Winnie the Pooh universe. So like, we cannot fucking let Tigger go. Gotta ride this out. Like, oh, I want to get out of here. No, we already let Eeyore go. We can't let you go now. What was your question, Tyler?
No, this is Stellar.
Stellar.
Well, Tyler Stevens and Steven, they get me confused.
That's why I put a name, a word with it. What do you think about the Martha Hart segment?
I enjoy it. Yeah, we went over the pay-per-view. I thought that was very cool. I thought it was nice to see that because there's been a thing out there that she hates wrestling and all that stuff, but it wasn't that she hates wrestling. It's I thought it was a very nice segment to see Owen get honored in the wrestling world.
I think that was like the closest we'll get to like a Hall of Fame speech, I think.
Yeah, I don't really care about the WWE Hall of Fame. I thought it was a nice moment.
Agreed.
I like that they gave it time. They didn't cut her, off. I didn't realize until later that the belts were in honor of the old Stampede belts. That's a very nice touch. I like the whole thing, and it would be cool if it is an annual event. Go 13, since I really like the whole pay-per-view. Go 13, since Intra is gone, we can say Rich Swann beat up Su Ying and deserved to lose his job at WWE. I agree.
What, Intra have got him mad? Like, no, he didn't, motherfucker.
Well, Intra's pro spousal abuse.
Oh shit.
I'm just kidding. He's just not anti.
He's just not anti.
He's just not against it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say I like it. I'm not gonna say I don't.
I kid the Intra. He's not listening to this. So yeah, that's all true. What you just said. All right, so next week will be the beginning of. Forgot the name of it already. No, I did not. I'm just fooling you all. It'll be the Bunkhouse, the Bunkhead Stampede. Come as you are. So you remember back in the 80s, you had people had belt buckles and they had fucking cowboy boots. Some had their fists wrapped up. You never know what's going to happen in the Headyverse. Come as you are. Anything can go. You can wear a helmet. I don't know. Whatever it is. So we'll all show up ready to battle here on In Your Head. And then last man casting. Who can stay all night long? We will find out. That will. I think the idea. I like my idea. The very last show will be one show because it'll go to 3 a.m. Whoever's here from the beginning to the end. You can't zoom in at 2 a.m. and say I stayed till 3 a.m. As soon as we start taking zoomers, you got to stay the whole show till 3 a.m. And if you can do it, you'll be part of the last man casting for the whole year. You'll be known. You will hold this title. It'll be a memorable event. No other podcast could even attempt to do such a thing. If they do, they're just copying us.
Goddamn copycats.
Just like a lot of people did copy our Royal Rumble contest. We started that in 2005, and people have copied it since. But we did invent this. All right, we invented the Royal Rumble.
Exactly. You went up to Vince and said, "Hey, you know what'd be a great idea?"
Like, hey, Pat, I got a banana idea, pal. And he's like, "Oh, I just looked at Vince McMahon."
The people who go banana.
Thief. All right, until next week, this is Jackie Jones. This is Jonathan Jackson. That's the Victor Schiavone. He's a spicy meatball. And that is the stellar one, Steven. He's buddies with Buddy from the House of Black. And I think he's like a purple belt in Jiu-Jitsu or something. And we had the 1-inch biceps, but tonight he was the OI bitch because he tapped out. But he'll be back next week. We'll see if he can redeem himself. And we'll all be here to talk about the wrestling. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, comment, share with your friends, share with your enemies, share with your lovers, share with the world, and leave some comments and all that good stuff. And we will
spread
be back.
the head.
Boom. Spread the head. Good